Receiving content.
Hello.
We're live. We're live yet. We're almost live. 5 seconds. It says we're live. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey.
Howdy ho, everyone. And welcome to the Sunday night Data Tools. Sorry that we had to delay everything here. Let's see, where's my chat window? I had it there. There's everyone. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. How's it all going?
Whoa.
Zaphiel doing the countdown. Salutations from Omaha.
Hey, daughter of Ra. Hey, Menorca.
Menorca, man, how's it going?
Kentucky.
I haven't seen you in a while. Bet you've been busy down there. Atlanta. Kids are in school again. Yep, we're dealing with that whole thing this week. Scorpion Sunday, how's it going? Bad Idea Workbench, hey there, how's it? Shut up, Moto.
That's right.
Let's see. Wow, you guys have been chatting for a little bit here. Rodney's in the house, Sid, E. Galligan, Y-Pop. So to tell you what happened, we went, it's the little girl's birthday this week. And we'd already done a big celebration up in Montana, so we were just doing something fun. And a bunch of the kids, the families around here, have passes to this trampoline park. It's this, if you haven't seen it, they take over a warehouse and they just build like a whole level of connected trampolines. You can bounce all over the place. And for some reason, they didn't have a railing on one side of the trampoline area, so it was like 4 or 5 feet up. And one of the kids we were with stepped backwards and fell, put his wrist down behind him, and hammed up behind him, and broke his wrist pretty badly.
Yep.
And and the mom is a single mom and a good friend of ours, and she's already doing everything she can with those. She's got 2 boys, trying to raise them, take care of them, and everything. And then have something like this was just frazzling for her. So we needed some time to be able to be there and watch her other kid while she dealt with this, and we tried to help and everything. So that was the reason for the postponement. I mean, not to take anything away from it, it's always something terrifying like that when your kid gets hurt. But I had the same fracture when I was about his age, and it sucks when it happens, and you're sore for days afterwards, and 6 weeks later you're bouncing off the walls again. So it's one of those things about a kid's a kid, but she's it was traumatic for her, probably more than for him.
We just wanted to make sure that, they got what they needed. And so Saturday couldn't happen, and we were super bummed. But family and friends definitely come first, and we knew that you guys would.
Over here, you gotta talk up. Speak up.
We just knew you guys would understand, and we were bummed that we couldn't do Saturday, but they are okay and taken care of, and we are here on Sunday.
I'm going to turn the mic so it faces you a little bit more. Because no one ever has said I have a problem with being loud enough.
That's because you're too loud.
Too loud.
Too loud.
And sorry if we seem a little tired. So the last thing the little girl cub wanted to do was she wanted to go down to the strip and go to a mall. So we took her to a mall on the strip.
Yep.
We're down at the Venetian and just did. Big Bear said it was 3 miles we walked.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we had a good time. It was inside, so no one died.
Yeah.
It was really hot. But, there's all different fun things. She is a sugar addict, so she found a little candy shop, and we allowed her to get some candy, which she shared with everyone. But there's all kinds of fun things. There's kind of like street performers, but it's not a street. And there's just all kinds of fun things.
It's a Venetian piazza.
Yes. There's gondolas. It's super fun. If you've never done it, definitely come check it out. Are we behind?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
So Grizz asked, is Sunday night going to be the new time? And we've actually been talking about that, and then this whole thing came up, and maybe that's just God's way of telling us that we need to make the move. Because I'm the new scout leader and stuff for the local hacks or whatever, and as such, I think we might be moving to Sunday. It's just so much with trying to squeeze in family time, everything else. I think Sunday night's probably going to be the only time we have free this year. But we'll let you know. Make sure later on in the week we'll give you an update. Greystone Gardens. I put pallet plywood floor under my Harbor Freight temporary garage today. Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. And Andrew's in the house. Robin Lance from Roswell, New Mexico. Garrett Gripside, Christian Esquivel. How's it going? It's going. Daryl. No more parasites. I'm in Vegas. Hey, Vegas. Oh, it's too far.
Too far, too fast.
Seth and Inger, howdy. Terry Rafford. Hey, Terry, how's it going, man?
Hey. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we got $10. Wait, what was that? Wait, scroll down here. Halo and Wolf. Barry, you're my man. I'm so glad you do a great job on awesome reviews. That being said, I saw the Hyper Tough 20 amp side pole saw in Walmart for half price. Thoughts? If you're just doing basic around the house kind of stuff, it's hard not to say that to go with that Hyper Tough line. For me, what is it you say about me? I'm a snob. That's what you say.
Right.
And,
I was like, which thing is it that I say?
I always want a little bit more or something. But, to be honest, especially if you're on a budget, they've got drills, they've got saws, they've got recip saws, they've got impacts, they've got all the lawn and garden equipment and pole saws and everything else that all use that same 20-volt battery. And then you can, on the yard equipment, they've got the 40-volt version that just uses 2 batteries, so you're not buying into a different battery platform. I don't see any reason not to go with it. And I tested one of the drills last summer. It was on par with like the Warrior stuff, a step up, I would say, from the base Black & Decker stuff. It's not terrible. I wouldn't mind going with it. All right. Hold on. Let me go back here. Anyway, we have no cowbell. We can't find the cowbell. I thought it was in the bucket. I went through the bucket. I'm afraid it might have gotten left in Montana.
And I'm hopefully going to be going back sometime shortly.
Yep.
So I will be doing some cowbell recovery. I could have sworn I saw it, though.
As far as the kid, he's doing fine. He's they've got him splinted for now. Mm-hmm. They're going to figure out how it's going to, if they're going to have to reset it, or they might have to do surgery, but we're crossing our fingers it won't be. Carson's Exploring Channel. Hey, how's it going, man? Do you know when the Bauer line will come out with the bigger battery? It's going to be next year. Please turn the fan. It looks like a mic boom. He's talking about up here.
Oh.
Where are you going? You can't reach that, can you?
I might be able to reach it.
Oh, I want to see this. Hold on, everyone.
With an implement?
Come on. No, jump. Come on. You can do it.
So that's going to be a negative Ghost Rider.
She's a shorty. It's not her fault. I love that American Ninja Warrior 3rd level of the trampoline park. Yeah, we're big fans of that show. We love that show. One of the kids have been talking about trying out for the junior version.
No one pay attention if I fall down.
Everyone hit record. Are you using your glasses?
Yes.
Why don't you use like a stick or something?
Like a broom?
For this. Here.
There we go.
Look at that.
Okay. Now I gotta look and see.
It's just gonna bring the other one in. Now you got 2 mic booms. It's not gonna get any better.
Stop talking.
Give it back. You people. Alrighty.
All right, now that we've got that attempted accident out of the way.
At the beach, hipsters and hippies. Hey, how's it going? At the beach with the missus just dropped in to say hello.
Aww.
That's awesome. What beach you at? I want to be at the beach.
Thank you for saying hello.
I stopped by. I was in Southern LA or Southern California, and I was on the east side of LA, but I had to go over to the beach. I went down to what do you call it? Starts with an H. Huntington Beach area. I have to go say hi to the ocean at least once a year, or I don't feel quite right. All right, let's see here. By the way, I think we got a lot of new people here tonight. always remember, and I know we get a little behind. We're going to catch up here with the chats. We try to. But please type in at the Den of Tools to get our attention. It shows up in the chat log with a bright yellow or orange what do you call it?
Highlighted.
Highlighted. Thank you. Highlighted behind it. You can see it down here in the chat window. See those orange blocks? That's because they typed add the tools. And that way we know you're talking to us directly and you're not just chatting amongst yourselves or, yelling out odd things. And go ahead.
He doesn't see it if his wife sends a message, but you guys should be
You
safe.
didn't type at the Den tools.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely.
Standing by it, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're back in Scout. Hey, how's it going, Scout?
Hey.
Yeah, we are. We got back. She got back 3 weeks ago, and I got back last week. And then I immediately turned around and went to SoCal because I'm an idiot. That being said, we did get the pics of the. You can see it there, the new Icon cabinets, man. If you haven't seen that video, you got to check those out. Those things are gorgeous.
Altamont Springs, Florida.
Ernesto asked, "Where's the bear?" Bear gets weekends off.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to get out and
he gets kind of grouchy, and then he starts eating people, and then we have to go into the Bear Witness relocation program. Yeah, that's things.
Yeah. Daughter Russ, our little bear's begging for bed, but we are making him stay up. Aww. Voted Mob in the house. Hey, good to see you. What a surprise. The Icon box. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's incredible.
Hipsters and Hippies says it's only $75. I'm going wherever they are.
Scal says North Rampart. That's way out near where I bought my new car. Oh, really? Are there any car dealerships? I can't think of a car dealership near here. Most of them are down off of Charleston.
There's Rampart, but
well, I guess Rampart does cross Charleston. We're a little further north in Summerlin. Den Tools, what price point do you think the 73 Icon is going to be? Ballpark estimate, do you think? Well, if you think the 54 is going to be just the bottom cabinet, the double back bottom cabinet, the 54 is going to be $2,500. That's entry list price. That's no coupons, no discounting, or anything else. And I think the 70 is going to be probably then just under $4,000. And what we're seeing is about basically right at 33%. As I said, I thought it was going to be like 30% of what Snap-on is. That 54 bank cabinet for $2,500. The Snap-on is $7,000. So right in that kind of price range. Sundays are better, Sispa says. Oh my gosh, the stupid alarm. There's something wrong with I think it's when that window got broken. I think it messed up the sensor. I got to go fix that. Jim Adams says howdy to Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas says, thank you for being a scout leader. It surely has been great for my son. Thank you. I've had a lot of support, people doing it. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but why Sunday? Because all the other family stuff, the only other time we're going to have will be Saturday nights. And the way the schedule's looking with all the other stuff that we've got, they're going to be taking up Saturday nights too. So Sunday's the only night we're going to have free. Jack's in the house. He votes for Sundays. Well, if Jack says it, it's got to happen.
I'm almost back.
Almost. And you keep hitting me in the hip with the chair. I'll be working my last week of overnights, so I'll have to cut out about 8 p.m. to get ready to drive into downtown Phoenix. Woo! Start at 10 a.m. That thing is still going off. Den Tools, welcome back today. I thought you just pressed the button on it.
You do, but I was doing something else, baby.
Oh, I thought you did, and I was just saying that it came back on.
No.
I have to bite my head off on it. We got recordings, we got witnesses.
Yeah. They're all on my side. I'm not worried.
Daughter Rock cries, no more cowbell, and smiles. Nope, she's going back to Montana in a week or two, so.
Cowbell will be happening shortly.
Zafio, hear that, people? They need a new bell. Maybe we can get something more Vegas-y. We got the cowbell in Montana. We can get some
like that cowbell.
craps dice or something.
I like that cowbell.
You just like shaking the cowbell.
I do.
What cordless ratchet do you think is good? The best one for the job at the best dollar. We see cordless ratchet. I think you're talking about like the regular handheld you often see in a 12-volt kind of ratchet. as opposed to like an impact ratchet or something. Honestly, I think probably Milwaukee would be the one I would go with. The Milwaukee Fuel 12 volt is a great tool. Ronnie says, hello from Branson, Missouri. Be sure to hit the like button, my fellow den members. That's right, brothers, sister bears. We thank you for your support.
And Chevy Man said, your lab buried it in the backyard.
She didn't like it. It made her a little anxious.
Yeah. Says, Den of Tools, Harbor Freight is Hobby Lobby for men. That's
yes.
True.
Steve.
Yes, I found the cowbell at Harbor Freight yesterday and took a picture, sent it to Daughter of Ra, and she was like, heck no. Heck being replaced by a no G-rated word. That's right. That's absolutely right. Oh, well. And the Labrador dog is super excited with her doggy. Come here. Bring it over here.
Cowbell Recovery and the Tool Bears would be a good name for a rock band. Sounds like a college band.
Drop it.
Okay. White women can't jump. Oh.
So it's still sort of here.
It is.
It did have
major stuffing removal.
Yeah. And she's very excited about it. She's also excited that I did not forget her outside in the heat.
4x4 Sportsmobile van. I love those things, by the way. I'm super jealous if you got a Sportsmobile. And he says, as great as the cartoon bear is, you in real life is 10 times better. Great to see the missus as well. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks.
I appreciate that. That's why I always laugh. I get, a lot of the haters and stuff would be like, well, you're just a coward because you don't show your real face. I'm like, I'm on here at least once a week, so.
What are you doing? Oh, you want to play?
Oh, someone thinks it's playing time.
Drop it.
We've been gone all day.
Drop it.
I don't blame her.
Sit.
Walt Lars says, the cowbell went to search for the drone and got lost in the timber. We got the drone back. You don't know. And got it replaced. And in fact, it's actually sitting in the box next to me. So we're going to get that thing up and do some more drone shots.
Brian, yes, I did leave the ground. It wasn't a lot, but I left the ground. Thank you for asking.
I believe I can fly. Sorry. Let's see here. Top Gun. Do you know if the Bar Res Ipsa or the Hercules Circus Saw, the Bauer or the Hercules Circus Saw is out yet? No, on both counts. I'm expecting them both in September. I think you mean the Bauer Recip and the Hercules Circus Saw.
Yes, I
you did it perfect.
That's right.
When will the new 20-volt Hercules drill drivers be in stores? The fan looks much better now. And I'm 2 to 3 months is my guess. I've not gotten a lot of input on them as to the new molds, as to how long it's taking. But Klein Guy John in the house. Hey man, how's it going? Whew. Let's see here. I think you should do a review of half-inch cordless Black & Decker drills. Those are hard to find, actually. A lot of 3/8 out there. It's hard to find the half-inch ones, but I am planning to do that. In fact, I'll tell you what. All the I should have done a picture for this. All the I can't talk. Super Chat donations. By the way, if you don't know, the Super Chat is like when that $10 thing showed up earlier. Where do you go? Right here. Halon Wolf was nice enough to donate $10.
Thank you.
And that's at the bottom of the chat window. Right down there. Hey! You ate already. Right down there. Right down below that window. I can't do this. How do those weather people do that whole thing? Thanks. Anyway, you see? Yeah. So anyway, right down there, when you go chat right below, there's a $sign. You can donate money to the channel. Helps support the channel. Helps us buy more tools and stuff. One of the things I really want to do for the next series, now I've got other stuff I'm collecting tools on, but the one I want to do, which is going to be a bit pricey, is I want to get a battery and a charger, a base level battery and a charger from every single major company out there and do a comparison on how long the battery takes to discharge, how hot it gets to discharges, how long it takes to recharge, the specs on the battery, what kind of cells are in it, do a full teardown and everything, and an overall build quality, and then a price per amp hour and a price per performance amp hour like how much you're actually really getting out of it, and do a full comparison across lines. Because we've always said that DeWalt's are super expensive, Bosch is super expensive, Hercules is one of the best buys, and I want to sit there and say like where does everyone else fall? And I've got a Hercules, I've got a DeWalt, I've got a Bauer, I've got a Cobalt. I need to get all the TTI stuff. I don't have a Ryobi. I don't have. Oh, and I've got a Craftsman also. And I don't have a Ryobi because I gave my Ryobi set away. I don't have a Rigid because I sold my Rigid set. And I don't have Milwaukee because the only Milwaukee stuff I have is in 12 volt. So
what I'm hearing is he's going to purchase more tools. That's what
yes. So I need to get the 3 TTI tools and the Porter cable. So that's what all and actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy the base level drill driver that comes with the battery, because if you look at the price of a battery and a charger separately, you're about the same price as buying a combo kit. So that will then give us even more tools to test. So that's where we're looking at probably $400 for everything. So that's what we're raising money for now. Anyway. Or where your donations are going to go. That's basically telling you, not just going into like our, beer fund or something like that. Unless you want to donate for a beer fund. There's a bourbon fund. All right, let's see here. Where was I?
Cowbell Recovery and the Tool Bears. It's a good name for a rock band.
Yes.
That's right.
What were you doing in SoCal? I thought you guys moved to Montana. No, we have a house in Montana that we're fixing up. It's 120, 130 years old.
A million years.
And it's that's what we do over the summer. We get out of Nevada when it's stupid hot here, and go up there for the summers and say hi to our friends and hang out with our extended family, if you will. And then we come back. The Cubs go to school down here.
I've decided, since I cannot find the history of when the house was built, that it was built by dinosaurs.
It looks like it was built by dinosaurs. Bears don't go to the beach. Oh, this bear does.
He's
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Rust Belt Mechanic says, you have to take time away from the work world, and beach is always the best way to do that. Yes, it is. Doing well. Scal says, oh, Eco Bear. Hey, how's it going? Or Eco Belkins. This Weaver says, glad to see y'all made it back. Thanks for the great vids. Keep them coming. No worries. Rodney, hey Jeff, did you get my email about the nailer? I did. Sorry, I've just been stupid busy this one. It didn't seem like a screaming deal, but Maintenance Man. Hey, how's it going? Howdy, Mr. Bear. Hello, everyone. The Maintenance Man's in the house. So good to have you here. Always good to see you. Thank you so much. Justin Dow's in the house. Justin, my bear, or brother bear. That's so cool. Thank you. All right, let me catch up on these messages here real quick.
Animal icons.
Doug Braden Backyard, any idea when those icon tools are going to be released? In the next month or two, I think we'll start seeing a huge wave of icon tools coming out. Any clue about the icon price? $2,500 for the 54-inch bottom. I'm going to do a whole video covering prices on that. The new icon toolboxes look pretty nice. Yes, they do. Are we still house hunting? Not so much. We're living with my ex-wife.
Yep.
Yeah, this is her house, but technically it's my house or our house because
all of us.
When she moved here, we needed some help, so we signed on it, and so we're all just kind of living here. She's actually thought about moving to something smaller, and really we're doing it for the kids because it gets all 3 kids to get living together full time, and that's when they're really the happiest and they do the best.
Yep.
So yeah, it's special.
Blue should come down and visit.
Yes, he should. Let's see. Welcome to the Redbeard and Cheers Beers and the Digital. Thank you. I got a screaming deal on my new Hercules 20-volt quarter-inch Impact drill driver kit with case from Harbor Freight parking lot sale for under $45. Wow, under $45. God love those parking lot sales, man.
That's pretty good.
I
know. David wants more cowbell.
Bearskin rug. What'd they do? Small church bell for Vegas. Oh, that would be cool. I want a ship's bell is what I want.
Do not send us a ship's bell.
Oh, yeah. Just watch the $10 LED shop light vid. You changed anything on it?
I think they're asking, did you modify it or anything?
It was great, and the light put out was decent. But when Harbor Freight came out with that $20, because with the coupon it's $20 LED, it's stupidly bright, and the color is perfect, and so I just go with those now. So sorry. Not to say that I don't have other projects where I've used those strip lighting, man. It's like under counter lighting, that's the best. She wanted new lights under the counter in the kitchen. I put those strip lights in there. Man,
they worked really, really well.
How are the littles? Ours are doing good.
Yeah.
They are really happy right now.
That would be the dog squeaking her toy.
Yes. Jason says, is there any reason to think U.S. General would go away with the Icon coming? Nope. No, remember, Harbor Freight's doing this good, better, best, and they've decided that U.S. General is their good. It's their middle of the road. Yukon is now their, I take it back. It's U.S. General is their better, so it's the middle of the road stuff. Yukon is their lower tier. I expect to see. They're trying to figure out something with that 9-drawer cabinet that they had from Yukon that went away. They got to find a way to make it at a price point that doesn't bite into the. Wait. Howdy.
Hey.
Anyway, they got to find a way that they can make that where it's still at a price point people want to buy, but doesn't bite into the U.S. General sales too much, because I think that's why they took it away. And then Icon is now their best. So it's Yukon, U.S. General, Icon. None of that stuff is going away. It's just getting added to, which is why everyone's like, they're going to have to build bigger stores at a second level or something. I don't know. Can you talk about the Icon hand tools and if there's any others not pictured in the toolbox vid? I'll say this. There were more pictured in the toolbox vid than I'd actually seen up to that point. I did know that they were doing more than just the wrenches and some of the other stuff. So I knew that some of those things were coming, but that's the first I'd seen pictures of it.
Ken wants to know if we had to pay a ransom to Moto to get the drone back.
No, but I had to pay another extra $100. Actually, I don't know if I had to pay it. The way they said it was like you should pay it, but it was for like guaranteed. Like basically, it was you could send it back and we'll think about whether it's actually going to qualify. But if you prepay $100 before you send it back, you automatically qualify for coverage.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, it sucks, but I got my drone back. So, first time on your live chat from Southwest Minnesota. Really like your channel. Harbor Freight rocks. Danny, nice to have you here as part of the den. Glad you could make it. Love having new people here show up in the live stream. Lowe's has a Hitachi table saw down to $2.99. Now some stores haven't updated pricing, so check before alignment. Chad. Thanks for that update. If you guys are looking for a job site saw and not the compact, like the regular full size job site saw, that Hitachi table saw is pretty good. It's a pretty good saw. If I'm not mistaken, is that the one, because they have two of them, is that the one that's got the DeWalt style fence on it? Because if it is, then that's a steal of a deal on that saw.
Bad Idea Workbench says, has anyone tried the Quinn diamond tip screwdrivers?
No, I just saw them and I've been meaning to give them a shot. I've been collecting a few screwdrivers here and there, looking to do a screwdriver video here in the future. 4x4 Sportsmobile van says, sure do have an actual 4x4 Sportsmobile. It's a 99 with a 7.3 turbo diesel. Wow. 340,000 miles.
Bug out video.
And it's my bug out vehicle. That's nice. Paul asked, do you know if any Hercules is coming out with a cordless grinder? They are. When's it going to hit? I don't know. But I do know that it's in the works. I've seen pictures of it.
Simon's, I cannot see your last name, says the 29th of August. Does that mean something to you?
29th of August. I don't know. Maybe that's what's looking at. Winskowski? Just guessing. I'm not great at pronouncing names. Rodney says, we're changing to Sunday now. Works out. Yeah, I think we are. I would say there's a 90% chance we're changing to Sundays. This wasn't scheduled, this change, but we had actually talked about maybe that might work better for our schedule. So I would say, unless there's further notice we're changing to Sundays. Same time, but Sunday, and probably only going to do 3 hours on Sunday because it's a school night.
Yeah. Is there space for Steve on the wall behind you? No, I think Steve's going to probably stay where he is. He's going to hold down the house.
We had a hell of a time getting him up there, taking him down.
I'm brushing him.
She did. She brushed him.
I did. His fur was a little mussed.
Will there ever be a Hercules 1/2-inch impact wrench? Yes. Next year. I'm hoping early next year, but it's going to be next year. Why is 3/8 a thing? It's like 1/8. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I should do some research on that because I've often wondered that myself. Walt Lars says, have done a cordless impact VS lug nuts, thinking about adding ones to my box of truck stuff. Cordless impact versus man, if you do a lot of truck stuff, I'd have one. I love the cordless impacts, man. They just make a lot of stuff so much easier. Although if you guys didn't see it, Jason Dow did a great mod of Harbor Freight breaker bar and ratcheting wrench. It turned into a ratcheting breaker, and that gets them unstuck pretty quick too. You can just use an impact then to spin them off, an impact drill or impact driver. Let's see here.
So Rodney, it wasn't one of our cubs that got hurt. It was a friend of the family. They're very close, and so they're practically family that got hurt. So not our cubs, but friends.
Vin the Mooch says, hi from Michigan. Will be seeing me. Harbor Freight will see me on Tuesday, and the Bauer tools will be on my list. We'll send you the total list when I get home. Oh, that'd be cool. Love to see what kind of haul you got there.
Hey, Antonio.
I hear the wife gets a spa day before this happens.
Wait, what?
Daughter Ross says you're getting a spa day.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I can't see you be comfortable with a spa day. At least not on your own. You just sit there and get all like, someone's going to touch me where?
I might be into it.
Yeah, anyway. A couple margaritas later.
I'll have to go and report back.
Antonio's in the house. Hey, man, how's it going? Justin says, I still need DeWalt. Shoot, I wish I'd known that. I got some, when I was cruising past your area, I had a couple of DeWalt stuff. I got some extra ones. I don't use them all that often. How was the quality of Icon box? Top notch. Just top notch. Walt says, I have a 1/2-inch Black & Decker. I'm open to trades. That'd be cool. I have a 1/2-inch Black & Decker. Of course, it's corded and from the 70s.
Whatever. Still qualifies.
Yeah. Let's see here. Sorry. I am on live chat. See, it's still jumping around. Let's see here. Hopefully you'll have AC there. What's the temp today? It was 107 down on the strip. And it's AC in Vegas is not, a lot of places AC is a luxury. It's like I can still remember when I got my first apartment that had AC, and I thought how cool I was. Get it? How cool I was?
Yeah. Super cool.
But no, in Vegas it's life support. You don't have a house without AC. It's
Blazebox says everyone should donate to the Bourbon Fund.
What's Harbor Freight's position on the China tariffs? Specifically, are they going to raise prices? What they've done so far is that they've raised a couple prices a little bit, but they removed the central machinery from the super coupons, which are the biggest items that they get, that are the biggest hit items from the Chinese tariffs. Let's see here.
Echo says he likes Echo Bear. Thinking about a name change.
Carson says, I got the Bauer recip saw. Oh, there you go. I got the Bauer Recip Saw. It's in stores as well as the radio. I love them both. That's cool. In fact, here, actually, hand me that box.
The little one?
Yep. Actually, both of them. So I've got right here the Bauer radio. Hold that one up. And the inflator. These are getting tested this week, so as well as we're still working on the welder video. It's been hot out. It's hard to do welding when it's 110 outside.
Good job on the fence video. That's what Steven and Echo said. Oh, Maintenance Man. Maintenance Man did a fence video.
Oh.
I was like, the only fence video I can think of is from like 3 years ago.
The one with the bird?
Yep.
Yeah. Carson says, I did a review on the Bauer radio. Check it out on my channel. I will check it out. Speaking of which, everyone, and let me do this also while I'm at it. Boom. We'll promote Carson there. So, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who is a moderator. If you look in the chat, if their name is in blue with a wrench next to it, they're a moderator. They just help out the channel. Where are you going with my table?
I think Mom told her to take him. Whatever.
Did she?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I lost my track. Anyway, they're all moderators. They help us keep the channel family friendly. They help answer other questions that I don't get to. And they're just generally good people. And most of them also have a channel of their own. So if you have a second, click on their name, go over to their channel, watch one of the videos, give it a thumbs up, just as a way to say thank you for volunteering and doing what you do here on the channel. And also, if you happen to be a creator or something, feel free to post down in the chat right now, say, hey, check out my channel, put a link to it, and because we try to support all creators, everyone was a small-time creator, trying to get to that first 100 subs or that first 1,000 subs or that first
10 subs.
50,000 subs. We're trying. All right, we're always, no matter how big you get, you're always sitting there going, I'm not big enough. I got to keep going. So it's a sickness. Anyway, point of the matter is, we want to say thank you very much for all your help and your support. Let's see here. Where were we? In the old days, houses were not added to tax rolls for up to 7 years after it was built. Yeah, I remember that. And subtract 7 years to find out later what was built. You're living with your ex-wife. That must be awkward. As I said, you make it all about the kids. So it's always that kind of thing when you're sharing a house with somebody else that you got it. There is always that kind of like, well, how do you want this and how do you want this? And since she was here first, we're kind of the guests here for now, but.
Yep.
It's, as I said, doing it for the kids. And we always have our place in Montana. Don't feel ashamed at all. It's temporary and the kids are in a stable environment. Not to mention you have a built-in babysitter. Well, that's kind of the other thing we're thinking about. Let's see here. Oh, small engines in the house. Man, how's it going? Steven says, I got another free work light from Harbor Freight. Ricky likes the flashlight, so I gave him one of those.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Matthew Bean says, I love your channel. Y'all are very inspirational. Thank you so much. Glad you're part of the den. Nick Hoffman for the Emperor. Rodney says, I don't see my blue wrench. It's right there. I can see it. Oh, I might have been reading it too fast. I might have read it as 61. Yeah, that is a screaming deal.
And you still have a blue wrench.
Go Labrador, go!
Yes, she is squeaking the stuffings out of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Squeaker can be the new cowbell. We should get McBella the new cowbell. We'll shake her. She'll like that.
Nice.
Won't you, Belle? Come here, Belle. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here and say hi. Come over here. Come up here. Come on. Up. 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 Come on. Up. She just wants to play.
She just wants to play.
She's brought her toy over.
She's like, I showed you.
Oh, now she's trying to shake it into pieces. Barry, you're right. The M&P is made by Smith & Wesson. I called Smith & Wesson last week. Yeah. The really, Hound?
No, we're not playing right
The Panchalovar, I don't have Panch there, says the new Pittsburgh 3-ton red 3-ton floor jack with jack stands at Harbor Freight. Though I did see boxes of it. I've seen 2 people have sent me the pics on those. And I've been so busy with everything else, I haven't had a chance to look at it. I hadn't heard about it in advance. I'm as surprised as anybody else. I don't know if they're just adding a color. I don't know if they're changing the entire color spectrum over to red for the what do you call it? For the Pittsburgh line. I don't know, but it looks good. It certainly looks good. Ridge Runner says, howdy, Bear and family. Let's hear. Jaron says, speaking of Smith & Wesson, just got a full-size 2.0 and 9mm. I know a lot of people like those. I've never been a fan of them. I think it's just the shape in my old, big old meaty hands there. They just don't work right. You're mute. How's it going? Just dropping by to say hi and still alive for now, still dealing with being stabbed in the back by my daughter. I think about you quite often about that, and I'm really sorry. That's a tough one. Anyway, but we do keep you in our thoughts and hope everything's will get better for you. David says, would you consider doing a test on the Harbor Freight alkaline batteries like the AA batteries? We've talked about it, but in fact, I think I was going to do a test, and then I was pretty sure that one of the other channels that covers Harbor Freight did a test on those batteries. Yeah. Maybe I should do it also, just to check out. Thing is, I got to find my battery tester. That's the thing I really got to do.
You got to show me a picture of what it looks like.
It's that little blue box.
Again, yeah. I need a picture on the internet.
It'd be in with my shop stuff. You probably won't know what it is.
Lay down.
Harbor Freight's starting to look a lot like Sears. Yeah, they start selling dishwashers. I wouldn't be surprised. Have you ever heard of Evercraft hand tools? Yeah, then that sold my not Pep Boys. Where should I go? The other one. With the Irish dude with the clover. O'Reilly's. Isn't O'Reilly selling? Aren't they Evercraft? They were Evercraft in my Ratchet review. There was an Evercraft. Jarvis says a EDC, a G19 miles. Yeah, I could see the Smith & Wesson for if you have to EDC something like that. I'm not a big fan of the Glocks. They're just so blocky and stuff.
Welcome back, Walt.
Echo says, it's a school night. I have school tomorrow. Yeah.
We totally
Napa.
Understand.
That's it. Evercraft's at Napa. Hit and miss, overall cheap. I was not impressed with it, to be honest. Andrew says, if you're going to do a screwdriver video, make sure you do the Pittsburgh 9407. If that's the set, I think it is. I don't think it'll be a problem including it. Let's see here. Let me just check, see if that's the set I'm thinking of. Right, there we go.
One moment, please.
I love it when you do your operator voice. Oh, no, that set. Okay. That's a good-looking set, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to make sure we include that set. All right, where'd we go?
I was thinking of other phone operator things to say.
Oh, man, why does this thing bounce around on me like that?
Ooh,
Shaka! Robbie is trash, except for Extreme Light Dealings. Hey, Shaka, how you doing? Did you move yet? Are you moving? Was it Chaka said that they were moving?
I can't remember.
Because Chaka's in Vegas. I didn't realize that at first. Are we this far behind? Oh my gosh. All right.
It's all your fault.
It is always my fault.
That's right.
Okay, we did that.
It was down further.
Nope, right here. I went to Menards today. Craftsman has completely replaced Black & Decker. I heard that Craftsman is taking over Menards. That's incredible. And everyone remember, type in @DenTools to get our attention. Shows up in the orange one. That's because when I get behind, I have to do this. I have to skip through, and I'm just answering the ones that have the orange one. I can't read through all of them. Okay. Need some more DeWalt tools.
115 in Florence, Arizona.
Oh my gosh. No shop yet. We have the garage, but it's full of boxes right now. We gotta, move stuff around to clear some space and whatnot. Start getting it set up. Humidity's 87 there. Well, he's down in Florida. Yeah, but you get like daily rains that help knock that down, make it more livable.
That sounds horrible.
But yeah, New Mexico in the house. Tony says 104 in Mesa. Let's see here. Walt says I had to bust 8 lug nuts on the 4x4 F-250 with a 4-way lug wrench. Oh, and had to stand on it to break them loose. So I was wondering if a cordless impact would break them loose. A good one will. I know the earthquake ones will do it. I don't know if the Bauer. I should try the Bauer on my truck and see if it does. I've been meaning to test that Bauer. I need to do that. And there's have you ever heard of Evercraft hand tools? I maybe was just repeating it because I didn't get to it before. Rodney could use any batteries larger than 2.0. Yeah. It seems like Harbor Freight is focusing on the pro and prosumers. Anything expected for us regular consumers? Ricardo, that's the Warrior brand. They've been upgrading and updating across the board. So, like you said, like the pro and prosumer, they've been doing it in the air tools. They've been doing it in the power tools and the hand tools, like that set of heck the Pittsburgh floor jack that we just talked about. That's an upgrade to the baseline. So they've been upgrading the basic stuff as well. BKD70, hey, how's it going? Just got here. Ronald Smith says you can lower the camera just a hair so people don't see the fan. It's the fan thing. It's boom mic and hide from Altamont Springs, Florida. Good, just tip it forward. There. Oh, easy, just a tip. There. And then you can see the glory that is that necklace.
That's right.
Looks like you stole it from.
I did.
The Jewel on the Nile or something.
It was like Ocean's 27.
Ocean's 27.
Myself.
Andy says he bought the corded Bauer Impact and it's glorious. How does the 27-gallon Fortress compare to the Cobalt? I'm on the fence as to which one to buy. I haven't compared the two directly, but I do know that there's a 2-year warranty on that Cobalt, and they dropped the price on it. The Harbor Freight has better specs. If you need those higher level specs, then go with the Fortress. But other than that, I probably would go with the Cobalt. You should have the X make a cameo sometime. I should.
Yeah.
But it's funny because she doesn't mind being in front of people, but she doesn't like being in front of people without knowing she's going to be in front of people.
Well, I think most people feel that way.
I don't have a problem with it.
That's because you're
Because I'm
crazy.
obnoxious all the time.
You missed. Wait, go back up.
What?
Chris says, Antonio, subscribe to my channel. I did not even know I had a channel. Excellent. You're doing quite well already. No effort. Bob, have a great night. We totally understand. He says, good night.
Good night, Bob.
Well.
Bye-bye, Bob. No, for Mendel. Sharon, did Neil build a fence or wall? I'm not sure who did the fence thing, so. May I spam your channel with links to join Nextdoor invite code?
We're already on Nextdoor. We're good.
Go for it. How much more will Icon Toolbox be versus the U.S. General? About $2,000 more. The U.S. General 54 isn't like $500. Let me.
Wait.
Just a moment. What?
One moment, please.
You should be on your phone so you can read through the comments and be chatting on while I'm doing stuff like
Are
this.
you telling me how to do this?
I'm telling you how to do it.
I'm a professional.
A professional weasel.
I don't know a professional something.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely professionally something.
Where's storage? Drill, grinders, polishers.
Yeah. You're on top of things right now.
Oh, that's power tools. That's a problem.
Tool storage and organization.
Tool storage. There we go.
Yes.
All right, that's the 40. There's the 50. So the 56-inch list price. Let's go by list because the other one is list price is $800, and the list price on the Icon, I think it's I think it's in low twos, like $22.50 or something. So it's significantly more. It has a lot higher weight capacity. It's got power drawers and all sorts of other stuff. It's got a power bank built into the front of it, but you got to decide if that's right for you. I think for the average DIYer, it's going to be a bit much. And there's the princess, the birthday girl. Her birthday's technically tomorrow. Come here.
Yes.
Come here. Hi. Well,
Happy almost birthday.
No.
go lay down. Did you want to come and say hi to everyone?
They're asking for
Oh
a
my
cameo.
gosh, they were
You're
asking.
like,
No,
nope.
stop.
Bella, bed. Get on your bed. Not over here. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go.
It's okay. I'll just stand. All right. Go on, Belle. Move. Thank you.
The dog loves her to death. So everyone, say hi. This is Amanda.
Hello.
Hi.
Stop sniffing my butt.
Bella, go.
She's a friendly
Bella
soul.
is super excited that she's here with us. She's like, I want to show you my toy and everything. Go lay down, Bella.
Yeah. We just want to say thank you for letting us into your house
Yeah.
Yes.
and let us invade and take over, as it were.
No problem. It's not weird having my ex-husband here at all.
Yes. People
Not
were
at
just
all.
commenting about that. She's gonna have her own spin-off.
Yeah.
Maybe she could do live streams on Thursdays. and
Yeah,
we can-
there you go. Where's the candy?
Okay,
Sugar
go.
plum fairy.
I love you. Hang on now.
Shake the Bella Labrador for more exciting. All right, hold on. We'll come back to this real quick. Let's see if anyone's got any comments
I was
here.
gonna say, does anyone have questions?
Somebody said, Scorpion says, happy birthday to you. So Clay said, happy birthday, and with unicorns. She loves unicorns.
She loves unicorns. Donna of Ross says happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Minorca thought you were telling the children to go lay down.
That's
Well,
right.
it's
Go-
It's the same
go lay
voice.
down now.
It's
Yes.
the same voice.
Yep.
Scal says, hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Yes.
And,
So does Frank.
hey, Joe Smith's in the house. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Tell your administrators
Joe
to remain
Smith
vigilant.
says you look
Another
nice.
stream I was watching was being spammed with porn ads today.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll get banhammered pretty quickly for that.
Rodney also says hello, Amanda. Joe Smith says hello.
Clay says, come down to Florida and I will teach you how to kite surf. He's trying to push me on the kite surfing.
You want to kite surf.
I would love to kite
Brad's
surf, to be
Workbench
honest.
says hello.
Hey, Brad.
Can't stay, but wanted to swing by and give y'all a thumbs up. Which, without my glasses, it looks like a poop emoji. So for a second, I was a little concerned.
It finally hardened.
That's good.
Sisyphus says, hi, Amanda. Antonio says, happy birthday. Yes, Eleanor.
Happy. Oh, I just wished someone. a happy
Antonio, how is your little... You're so cute. How is your little cub growing? Steven says, hi, Amanda. Steven and daughter of Ra are husband and wife.
Oh,
so
great.
they both...
They watch on the TV and they both sit there on their
Yes.
phones or tablets.
Are you serious? That's too cute.
and Ricky is their son. He's apparently staying up even though he wants to go to
Rocky?
sleep.
Oh,
Ricky.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Ricky.
We totally understand Scorpion Sunday. You have to get ready for work. Wolfie says you can always get your own squeaky toy to replace the cowbell. Yes, our cowbell has gone missing.
All right. But since we got you here, we have to ask, what's your favorite tool?
Oh, God.
We just put you on the spot.
She's not a tool person.
That's okay. While she
No, but
thinks
I actually have really had a lot of fun using the circular saw in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I like sawing things. Hint, hint. So, yeah. No, it's sawing. And then, when I was replacing the battery, I loved the socket wrench.
Yeah.
I don't know why I make this motion. This is the international sign of socket
course.
wrench.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll have to
because-
get that video.
Yeah, we will. It's like a half hour long.
It's awesome though. That's really
Hey,
good.
Al. Ronald says happy birthday and that he likes your reviews of the stuffed animals.
Yes, Eleanor's review. And apparently she's promoting Yoo-Hoos. Go on, Al.
And,
Shout out to you who's yeah.
and Dump Chocolate. This is some more of her birthday candy. She's smuggling to me who's not supposed to have it.
Yes.
Wait, what? No, that was the cologne. That wasn't me.
Have you heard of Diamond Duluth Tools or Park Tools? Park Tools, yes. Diamond Duluth, no.
Panther Platform says go to the convenience store and procure a Jack's Thin Crust Pizza now. It's good. It's good. Not sure we even have that, but thank you for sharing.
We have convenience stores, but I've never seen. I don't look at often. I be honest, I don't look at the pizza at the convenience stores.
What part of the country are you in, Panther? That
Yeah.
might be part of the problem.
All right, I'm going to check out.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for
Thank
stopping
you.
by and saying hi.
Yes.
And Antonio, I did see that your
Son is
mentioned
great.
it's growing fat. Fast? I thought you
Fast.
said fat.
Where are your glasses?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen them for like weeks.
Well, I
You
found
left them in Montana,
no,
didn't
I
you?
found them and then I went to put them on because I keep them in my purse without a case because I'm classy like that. And the arm fell off.
Imagine that.
So yeah.
Go figure.
Yep.
You want part of my chocolate?
Yes. And
That's
Daughter of
the-
Ra.
That's the whole chocolate. Just so you
I
know.
don't want it actually.
You can have it.
I don't want it. Daughter of Ra. Okay. So the cross stitch did stay in Montana, but I was super, super bummed because it was supposed to come back. So when I go, it is coming back because I want to frame it. And
I looked at it, and I thought you'd want to hang it on the wall in Montana. That's why I didn't bring it back.
Okay. Miscommunication. It was a little crazy, and he did it all by himself. So good luck. Oh, Scal says that you have a nice smile, Amanda.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
She says thank you.
She's single, by the way.
Yes.
Jeff? Oh, my God. I just choked on what I was drinking. Oh, my God.
I may have to go do the Heimlich maneuver.
BKD70 says, testimonial for Hercules job site blower. It got left outside in the patio last night.
Through
Though a
a
pop-up half-inch rainstorm. Oh, still works after it dried out.
well, that's
Rock
cool.
on. What's your email? I would like to email you. You can email me at red@denoftools.com. Back at Chen, another reason is going to be a
Yes.
bearskin rug.
So Daughter of Ra always takes up on our side because we're amazing.
Do you really
But-
want me in your den? Scal, we love having you here.
Yes, of course we do. She said another reason that he's going to be a bearskin rug, what he just said.
Oh, yes.
It's good to see the ministers fortify like the Legion of Rogondoom. Do you have email? Do you have a email? Want to send you a pic of what I did with U.S. General Series? Yeah, actually, I'd love to see that. In fact, let me type it in here, and that is red.
Antonio, we totally understand. You have to go. He's a
Antonio,
mobile mechanic.
thanks for stopping by.
So be safe. And
He's a mobile mechanic?
That says mobile mechanic. So I'm
I didn't
assuming
realize
that
he was
he's
mobile.
going out, not calling a mobile
Here,
mechanic.
you're closer. Type in denatools.com.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Here, I'll help.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
that helping?
No!
Poking her in the ribs.
Like that?
No, you spelled it wrong.
I did. I did.
Did you?
There's an I in there because somebody
Oh.
was poking me. Don't listen to that one.
Ow! That's wrong too. Why are you doing it wrong?
I'm going to hurt you.
That's all right.
He's over
Look
there.
at this.
He's...
She lies. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I gotta go back and catch up with you.
Whoa.
Oh, doggy. All right. Oh shoot! I lost where we were. Any recommendation on torque wrenches? The Icon torque wrench is absolutely fabulous and has beat the Snap-on in test. So there's hardly a reason not to go with that. Just about the Inside Track Club membership.
Yes.
Did I make a mistake? If you spend at least, if you go to Harbor Freight at least once a month and spend $40 to $100 at least, then you won't have a problem recouping it. Most people will recoup it on one purchase out of the year. They'll like buy one large thing that's got the Inside Track Club membership on it. And on top of that, they're going to start doing a thing where they automatically apply Inside Track Club coupons. And that'll be totally worth it at that point.
Unless it's a one-time use coupon and you want to use it on something else.
How does we talked about that? Will I get banned for saying Mandalore will burn in the fire? It could happen. We don't know. I don't have my Magic 8 Ball to figure that out. For a 20,000-pound gross 42 fifth wheel, what rear end would you get? 3.55, 3.7, or 410. I'm thinking the 373, but that's just off the top of my head because I did some research on this recently, and I'm thinking that's the one, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. That's 20,000-pound gross, 42 on fifth wheel. I take it you're putting this on a 3/4 ton? Or half ton, I mean. Not half ton. 1 ton.
Oh my goodness.
How long is it? Oh, 42 foot. You want a 1 ton for that. You can do a 3/4 ton, but yeah, but I wouldn't.
Really?
Carson says anyone who has a review wants to see a review on the Bauer half-inch impact, he's got one on his channel. Lowering the camera is so much better. This old man needs to get some rest now. So good night, Vinny the Mooch. Sorry, I'm sure you probably took off already. We're way behind. How do you deal with Hillary supporting soy boys? Toxic when you explain the company. They accuse you of being hostile and toxic when you explain the company rules. Yeah, fire them. I don't care what your politics are or anything else. If you explain the rules and they don't want to follow it, then they're not meant to work with you.
Antonio says, when anyone says "one moment, please," reminds me of Big Clive
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Princess Joe says, "Well, tell her." Okay, we did this. Happy birthday. I think we're caught up at that point. Blah, blah, blah. We come down here. That was where you were typing badly. Kite surfing is a 90% metal multi-sport. Does not. I think he may mean metal, but I like the idea of thinking that it's like metal.
Super metal.
Dude, so metal. Doesn't matter how much you weigh, how tall you are. Anyway, willing to learn, can do it.
Where is Clay? I kind of want to do it now.
Rodney, the Red Addenda tool. Either one, they go to the same email address. So let's see here. Alrighty, too. I have a big day tomorrow. Scal's taking off. Have a day. Thanks for stopping by. Always love it when you're in the house.
We're kind of like jockeying for arm room tonight, so I apologize.
The chairs are just. She's got in a lawn chair, and we don't have we
We're
don't have a lot
very
of furniture.
fancy. We're
We
very
still have
fancy
most of
here.
our stuff in a storage unit.
We spend all the dollars on furniture.
What was it? Hold on here. Tom says, "Hey, you guys, I picked up 2 sets of ratchet wrenches and Sawmaster. So seems decent for the price. Has lifetime warranty. Everyone says they have a lifetime warranty. The question is, how easy is it to use it? If apple rust is destructive when used up, mine was getting murky last time. Then I forgot, left it an auger in a bit, and a few months came out looking like a Halloween decoration. Yikes." Carson says, "Do you know if Icon will be coming out with Hercules card?
Hercules?
No, it's credit card, because they're supposed to be coming out with a Harbor Freight credit card to help with financing of the cabinets, if that's what you're talking about." Walt says, "Gotta love mold mechanics that come out at times." Yeah, mold mechanics are hardcore, man.
Nick left his forge project for so long. Yellow Jackets have claimed it as their home.
Yeah, mine got put into storage. It's 3/4 done, and I never got around to finishing. As a friend of mine says, the only thing I have left to do is finishing it.
Yep.
He says, "I'm done with the project. All I have left to do is finish it."
Good night, White Pop.
Night. Let's see here. Bought a 4-drawer tech cart. I was impressed with the quality. Even put together a 5-drawer cart for my sister. Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen it, the 4-drawer tool carts are coming out in all 6 Skittles colors. So, that was the one people were like, oh, but wish they'd do it in the smaller cabinets. I don't know how far it's going to trickle down, but I was surprised to see it go into the 4 drawers.
Hey, Clay is in South Florida, which I would like to take a trip to Florida. We have some friends there.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
Yeah, that we need to take a trip there. I have never been, and he said yes. He meant to say 90% metal sport. So if we do make it to Florida, I would absolutely like to take you up on it. I know you weren't really talking to me, but I'm just deciding that I'm included, so you can come too.
Fred says, I'm going to go with the Ton Dually with the HO diesel and HO training. On the Ram, you get the highest tow rating with the 410 rear end. True, but I've heard that there's you get a better combination of towing and mileage. If you're not going for that super max tow capacity around the 30K, that you should go with the middle of the line rear end on that.
H3RG86. I just found your channel last week, and I think I've watched every video since then.
Oh, wow.
Keep up the good work. I can't wait to follow along. Thank you.
No, don't go back and watch the old videos.
He said he's watched every day since then.
Oh, good.
So,
the
yes,
old videos
we all start somewhere, so our early videos are early.
Yeah, we talked to a lot of friends and stuff who say they're going to start a YouTube channel, and they're like, well, I got to figure out what my style is. And we always tell them, just start making the videos. Your style will come as you learn how to make videos. And she's like, yeah, go back and look at our early videos. I'm like, no, please don't.
Just, that we're all real and we all start somewhere and we make mistakes and it's fine.
Chris says he just bought 2 of the Yukon workbenches. They're great, aren't they? Any word on the Portland pressure washer video? Probably my #1 anticipated bear video. I know. I got to... This week or next week?
Can you do my car?
Yes.
Okay.
The only problem is I left the pressure washer in Montana. Which means I need to go to the store and get another one. What day does the oldest cub have Civil Air Patrol Squadron? It is tomorrow, which means 1 mile run in combat boots. It is tomorrow, but they had their PT last week. And that they did the training stuff. He just had football tryouts an hour before that. So he went through from 107-degree outside football tryouts to the testing qualification for PT. He's been sore, so sore. Poor little guy. But he did it. I was proud of him. Sending an email with pictures of the PowerWorks tool cabinet and the chest I saw in Walmart today. I have seen the chest they have at Walmart. Half of me is like excited to see that Walmart's trying. The other half of me is I tested them, and I think that they're on the same quality as those Craftsman $100 tool chests. They're just bigger, but the price is so close to the Harbor Freight US General. It's like, why? Why would I buy this?
Because you only have a Walmart, you don't know any better, and they haven't found our channel.
I need to come and do interventions at people's houses. Come up to me. I'm sorry, sir. We heard you bought a Walmart tool chest. Icon tool cart. That would be cool. What I'd like to see is that side cabinet. I know Matco has it. I think Snap-on has it. But it's a side cabinet that the cart goes into so you can lock it up. And then you can pull it out and use it and stuff. That's pretty cool. What?
He does knock on something.
I did. Also saw the 41-inch Hyper Tough tool chest and cabinet clearance over 50%. See, at 50% off, it'd be a sweetheart of a deal. Props to him for getting through that. Hey, Dunk, they're giving you props because you did the football practice outside in the heat, and then you went straight from there. This last week, you went straight from there to CAP and did your what was the testing called? Murph. Murph testing. Terry says, any HVAC techs out there like me? Hey, Terry, and all the rest of you guys for keeping us cool in this kind of weather. Thanks. I can't imagine being up on roofs in ducts and stuff, having to deal with that in this kind of weather. But, I mean, they save people's lives. They really do.
Echo says, bear interventions traveling across the nation now.
Have you tried any Park tools? I have not tried any Park tools. I know Park tools. I've not tried them. Just came out with a new V8 gas 7.3 to help the commercial operations of vehicles. If you don't use a diesel heavily, you're going to have the TDF problem. That's something a lot of people. Gas engines are underrated, especially for medium and light duty towing.
Bunny says.
Oh, Bunny!
"Super big
Hey,
hugs
how's it
to
going?
The entire family.
Always
Hey,
glad when
Bunny.
she shows up. Joe says your wife is a gold mine for being at your side in all these streams. Best wife in the world. Everyone give a thumbs up to her. I figured out how I'm gonna make my millions. I'm gonna start cloning her.
That's right. And then what are you gonna do with me?
Keep you all, put you all to work.
Oh, I was like, are you gonna sell me on the internet?
No.
Be like, you too can have a crazy wife.
How much for the Icon toolbox? It's in the low 2000s, but that's going to be the intro list price. What's up, Bear? Oh, I thought you were coming to give me a hug. Yes, there is a printer. It's right there.
Is
I
there
can see
something
it.
coming out of it?
Nope.
Can you turn it on?
It's on.
It's on.
Oh,
No,
there.
it's on.
Now it's on.
I'm printing your Chrome bit.
Of course you are. Places, yes, of course, you and your family are included. Also, please check out my YouTube channel for some local area kiteboard. I'm going to have to check this out. I had a friend I worked with who kiteboarded.
Okay, and I have a question for kiteboarding people. You said that it doesn't matter how much you weigh or how tall you are. How little can they be when they start? Like, could Big Bear do it?
Would you really want to put Griffin on one?
If he had like a
We'd never see him again.
flotation device, you would probably.
I lost a lot of kites like that. Fred says, I live in Colorado, so probably go for the max towing. Oh, or the def is correct. Yeah, what is that one channel? The Truck Extreme. The guys who do the gold ball hitch award or whatever. They do the Ike Challenge, going from Denver up through the Eisenhower Tunnel. And if you guys haven't driven it, that's quite a drive. And they do some heavy duty towing up that and then back down it.
That
That printer's going to shake that table apart. I've never seen that.
Chris says, do you recommend pawn shops for tools? I've been going on some tool hauls every 3 weeks, and I've been building a good collection for my job.
So, maybe you guys are having better luck than I have. But I have not seen prices at pawn shops where I feel how used the tool is a fair price. Sometimes pawn shops will have sales, and I have seen once or twice where there was a tool sale, but the good tools went so quickly it wasn't even.
Yeah.
Yes, but like I went by a pawn shop this summer. They had the Hitachi table saw I was talking about for what was essentially $10 off of the standard coupon price. Now, granted, somebody who doesn't know any better is going to look at that and go, well, the sale price or the regular price is $500 and this is like $300, so that's great. But if the normal sale price is $310, that's not a screaming deal, and you're getting it used. I have not had great luck with pawn shops. Maybe you all have. Not been something that's worked out for me. Which one does this Murph test involve? Here in Mexico, we have mile and partial shuttle was banned. It did have the mile test.
It was a 1 mile. There was 100 pull-ups. I think it was 100 push-ups and 100 squats. But when I look on here, it says that when I look on the internet, of course, the internet, it says 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 unweighted squats, followed by another 1 mile run.
They call them air squats.
Right. So when they say unweighted, they mean like you're not holding something.
Oh.
So those would be air squats. That is my uneducated information.
So Zaphiel says, sorry if asking this twice, but are you worried about Stanley Black & Decker Craftsman taking over everything? Napa is even selling Craftsman now. What's next? Harbor Freight. Well, they won't get into Harbor Freight because Harbor Freight is totally vertically integrated. They're not going to be selling a bunch of outside tools. They don't have the shelf space for it. I am worried because I have not been thrilled with the quality of Stanley Black & Decker tools. It's, I was actually just on the phone chatting with Justin Dow. Justin, are you still here? We were talking about the impact socket set that somebody gave me. And the socket wrench that comes with it is made out of the same metal that the impacts are made out of. Now, if you don't know this, impacts are actually made out of a less expensive quality of metal. Now, there's more metal to it, but the idea is, the point of the impact is it's supposed to it's supposed to absorb part of the impact so it doesn't shatter. So it's actually technically a softer metal than like a chromed socket is.
They're coming down for the printout. Yes.
This is what he's printing out. He wants to build one. That's kind of big for a Crombit. It'd be big for me. Yeah. Maybe if you're a Klingon. Anyway, point of the matter is that they made the ratchet out of the same material as the sockets. And it's just heavy as all heck, and it seems ridiculous. As Justin said, well, at least you can still use it as a hammer. Jackson Swan says, I don't know if you've covered already, but do you know what's going on with the Hercules line? Yes, they are redoing the design of the drill driver, the impact, and the hammer drill, and maybe the 12 volts as well. I think they're trying to make them look less like DeWalt and more like their own thing. So, I get a lot of people say they look like Hitachi, but that's just the color. If you look at the actual design, they're very close to the DeWalt stuff. Haggle with pawn shops. You can do that, but you know what I find is if somebody's already starting at a stupid high price, they're not going to come down to what I think is a reasonable price. I've bought a lot of stuff used off of Craigslist and at garage sales. I've been really lucky with stuff like that. But pawn shops have not been great for me.
Justin said yes, he's still.
Yes.
Mr. Truck is a good channel.
Minnesota, not Mexico. Mexisota.
I think you said New Mexico, and they're saying it's Minnesota. He's a little
I don't have my
dyslexic.
glasses on either.
Yes, I feel it.
Good night, all. Be safe. Terry, thanks for stopping by. Always great to see you around here. They're also in Ace Hardware. Chevy says he's talking about Craftsman. They are in Ace Hardware. What's your opinion on Spyderco? I think Spyderco are decent knives. I'm not a huge fan of their stuff. I remember when Spyderco came out, and it was really cool, and the knife design. And the biggest thing about it was they had the big loop. You get your thumb in there to easily open it. And since then, I've become a big fan of the flip kind of blades, where you got your index finger, you can flip it, and you can use it like that. And I get the CRKT knives off of Woot at a great price all the time. And I always have a decent supply of decent pocket knives around. And then for my good stuff, I have Benchmade. So,
DB Flyboy 719. We understand jury duty.
Jury duty.
Good luck.
Just remember, if you ever get arrested and you go to trial, you're getting tried by a jury of your peers. And by peers, we mean people who were not clever enough to get out of jury duty. What with you, dog? Cold Steel all the way. I have a Cold Steel battle hammer.
Drop it.
Which battery do you think open the most tools if you take those brand adapters into account? I think Makita because the in-battery protection, but not sure. I think the Hercules is the best made battery for the buck on the market.
Walt said, yep, you don't want to put a cub on a bear-sized kite board. Size the board, and it says kite to the victim or user.
User.
That's right.
Hey, well, I want to apologize. I said you were in Vermont, but we got another subscriber whose name is Walt. He's up in Vermont, and I don't know how I just looked at the first name and didn't read the last name. So sorry about that.
I will be beating him later.
Grant says, so glad this is tonight. Was putting in paver patio last night and was bummed. I thought I missed the show.
Nope.
That's a lot of work. What are you doing with your hair back there?
I was tightening it.
Looks like you're trying to fly.
Well, that's one of my other many talents, but not right now.
He says I got Benchmade, have numerous models. thoughts on the quality of the Icon toolbox. I'm going to do a follow-up video on this because I have to, but it is excellent quality. I mean, it's just it's every bit the quality of the Snap-on. Now, what you guys have to realize is Snap-on has 2 or 3 levels of quality of toolboxes themselves, and it's the equivalent of the medium quality Snap-on. The Elite series or whatever is a bit much, but Timo with the $2.
Hey, Timo.
I don't have any kind of noisemaker.
Woo! Thank you.
That'll work.
That was kind of anticlimactic, sorry. But there's other
I
people
liked
here, and it's almost bedtime, so I'm trying not to be super loud. But thank you!
Any recommendations on mountain bikes? P.S. I'm a Spyderco loyalist. Nick, I'm so sorry. I know some people are really big into Spyderco still, but the rest of us have moved on.
I still love that little cat that Timo has.
Hold on. Cover yours. Bear!
Yeah.
Come down here.
Big Bear.
Yeah.
Big Bear. We got mountain bike questions for you.
Okay.
I'm going to rotate out. He's the
resident mountain bike specialist, so we're going to bring him in. Tag team. All right. Give me that. Don't put it over here. She can't get to it. Oh, it's soaking wet, slobbery. Ew, there you go. So, he asks, any recommendations on mountain bikes? Go.
A cheap Diamondback, like 500, 700. A souped up Walmart bike.
If you want to build your own, you don't mind doing some work, the cheap Walmart bike can get you started, and then you can build into it.
Exactly. And then what else? And then you have
Trek. You get a good baseline, like Redline.
Yeah. Yeah.
For $350 to $450.
Buying used Diamondbacks or Treks, they're pretty nice.
Trek is definitely like one of the top line ones.
Yeah.
Thing is, here's what you have to think about. Are you going to be doing stuff that
are you going to be downhill, dirt jumping, or just trails?
Because if you're going to be jumping and doing a lot of downhill, you need that soft tail.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a lot of street riding to go along with the off-road, you can get by with a hardtail. Can you turn a light for us? That's the fan. How long have you lived here again?
I don't know.
Daughter Russ might want to turn lights on. Yeah, I just realized, nope, that's not going to do it.
Oh, it's the remote. It's not this remote.
Turn on that light over there for now. Let's see if that helps. The Wallace says, good evening. How's it going? Spyderco makes flipper knives now.
Did they make her bit?
I don't know.
Shoot.
Did you just break that?
Yeah.
Johnny says a toolbox will only keep an honest person honest. Just make sure you can hold tools they have and hope nobody steals them. Yeah, somebody was telling me that they weren't happy with a certain toolbox because somebody broke into it. And I got to tell people, toolboxes are, the lock on a toolbox is a very basic lock. And the only person that's going to stop is the crime of opportunity. Somebody who would want to steal something out of a toolbox but not be obvious that they did it. Because anybody who wants to get into a toolbox can get in. I mean, it's not hard. What are you doing?
Sword motes are absolute trash.
I'm pretty sure that's not how to do it. I'm sure there's a... Try the buttons over there.
No, those turn on the highlights. You try.
What button am I pressing?
The green one.
Here, put the slider up. Maybe it's turning on and off, but you've got it dimmed all the way down. Do you know how to turn on the light in here?
Nope. Not a clue. Let me see.
We'll get this figured out eventually.
Wait, there. You're going to need upstairs.
Oh, I know.
No lights to the ceiling fan. Are you sure she isn't the flying nun? Don't tell Sally Fields. I'm in Florida, so beach cruiser all the way. Oh yeah. What do you
Get one that has gears.
What do you think about the U.S. General 4-drawer versus the Husky 4-drawer at Home Depot? That's a good question. I haven't really looked at the Husky 4-drawer. I will say this: the U.S. General 4-drawer now comes in multiple colors, so there is that. Best way I've heard to get on jury duty is say you're 100% in favor of the death sentence. Works about 8% of the time, I've heard. They're like, but it's only for misdemeanor. Like, I don't care. Death sentence all the way. Capable brakes can go out at the worst time, like downhill run. Yes, they can. What sizes will the icon boxes be offered in? Small, medium, and large. There's going to be a 30-something inch, a 50-inch, 54 I think it is, and a 72 or 76.
I remember we fixed this last time.
It's
the light over there.
Is it?
Yes.
All right. I was like, you can't get to it. Hold on.
One moment, please.
Ah.
Stop moving. Run you over.
You don't do this?
Don't you do it. He's going to be a rug.
But I'll be a glorious rug. Leave my shoes alone. Why are you...
So we have more room.
They were fine.
They were
over
not.
there. They were totally
They were
fine.
my way. They offended me. Ow.
See? That's what happens. Oh, my knees are killing me. All right. There we go. A baby cub could kite surf, although it would be dangerous, so typically you want it to be buried.
Echo Belkin says we cooked bacon on the grill recently.
Oh.
Hopefully not as well as I cooked it on the
I'm
barbecue.
guessing they didn't light it on fire.
Some people still do that.
Somebody says locks keep honest people honest. It is, because it gets rid of that crime opportunity. In fact, if you want, go on YouTube and look at breaking into a Snap-on box. It's actually really simple because they have the thing that they've got the feature that allows you that once the drawer is open, that if it's locked and you slam the drawer closed, that it will lock. So it has to have a lift up to get the box back re-engaged.
Oh my
So if you take like a metal yardstick or something like that, you can stick it in there right where that gate is and press it, and it'll press the gate off of it, and you can open the drawer. It's stupidly easy. The lighting god's working against you. We got it. We're all good. They make some great battery-operated bikes now that go on trails. Yes, they do. They're a bit pricey, but we saw a bunch of them this summer, man. You just watch these people. They look like they're pedaling like 5 miles an hour. They're going past you at 40. It's incredible. Zaffiel says, toolboxes do not have burglary vault ratings, but perhaps they should. That's not a bad idea. I should do a review of how hard it is to break into any of these toolboxes. And the other thing is with a tumbler thing, man, a hammer and a screwdriver I can knock that thing out in about 30 seconds. As again, it's only the people who want to get in without it being known that they got in. That's all toolbox is going to stop. The rogue joke is getting worse. Thanks for the recommendations. I've been looking at Diamondbacks and Mongoose for the most part. And yes, Spyderco makes crawl beds. Well, I'll tell him about that. For me, it was really weird because I grew up with Mongoose being like the bike you want to get, and Redline was this kind of known, really high-end kind of bike. And now Mongoose is really there's a lot of cheap versions of Mongoose out there, so you got to be careful which one you get. A 20-minute job is one broken bolt away from turning into a 3-day ordeal. Man, that's like every job for me. I always go into something going, oh, this is going to be 15 minutes. And then I'm like sitting there going, oh, this one thing got rounded off, or this part's broken. I got to weld this back. Yeah. Some department store bikes will fall apart. Some have a good frame and poor components. Some are very basic but heavy and sturdy, and some are diamonds in the rough. $300 MSRP is in the safe range. That's a good way of looking at it. If you're especially if it's on sale and store bought and it's in $300, still, then you're getting a decent starter bike. Watch The Lockpicking Lawyer, and you won't think anything is safe again. Zaffiel, you were dead right on that one. That dude could get into anything. Did you see the ones he was doing with the charged nail gun thing? Man, he was obliterating locks.
Menorca says, my tools are covered for up to $10,000 for no additional charge on my policy. That's great.
Red, send you an email. Check it out when you get a chance. Todd Johns, I will do that. That's the car repair slogan about the 20-minute job and the broken bolt. Yeah.
Griffin.
And that's what people say
down.
when people complain to a mechanic about, like, well, it should only be, a 15-minute job. It's like, yeah, but they have to build in for every, should be a 50-minute job that turned into a 3-hour job. That's the thing you got to watch out for. Brian said, I remember as a kid seeing guys hold a newspaper machine up and smack the top of it and it would open.
Yep.
10K isn't a lot, but hey, it'll keep me going if something bad happened. 10K cash?
$10,000. It's their policy.
Oh, yeah. The broken bolt applies to pool equipment. It applies to everything. Any kind of thing where you're fixing something mechanical. As we said, in gun safety classes, and I would teach people that a safety is a mechanical device that can and will fail. Because people get this idea that, like, oh, it's going to last forever. No, it's going to break, and it's going to break at the most inopportune time, and probably take half a dozen things with it.
And probably like the worst possible geographic location as well.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of Death Valley or something like that.
Locks are deterrents. The more locks you have, the more risk a thief takes, unless they're really easy to. Yeah, Aubrey's right. The key to, and this is something I've done professionally, is I both did this in corporate America and then also as a firearms instructor teaching home defense kind of stuff. And the first level and the primary level of security is obscurity. If somebody doesn't know you have it, they're not going to try and steal it. It's just that simple. Security through obscurity.
We need to go regulate on a level there.
Okay. Drop the people's elbow from the top rope on them. Bella, you can't go up there. Come here. Come say hi to everyone. Come here. No. Give me the. Drop it. Come here. You come. You. Come here. Hup. Hup. There she is. There's the leopard dog. Say hi to everyone. Can you say hi? I'll rub your ear. I'll rub your ears. Right. Oh, yeah. I'm going to wind her up. Now she's going to get her toy. All right, come on. Give it to me. Come on. Bring it here. Give it. Come here. You have to let me have it. I can't throw it. Oh, this thing is so slobbery. Here, catch. Great job on the jump on the icon toolbox. Well, I gotta say a big shout out to Steve. I don't know if you're here tonight. Steve from West Covina. He actually emailed me. He's like, "Hey, I was just in the store this morning picking up some stuff for a job, and he's like, I saw that they had this. He'd seen the leaked video we did back last November, and he sent me the heads up on that, and
ruined my meeting.
Well, and I immediately called every single Harbor Freight in the Las Vegas area. There's 6 of them, and because I think by the time I got it, he sent me no Sharpie. And anyway, so I called every single one that was in my area. Not a one had it. I called around a bunch more, and I finally called the West Covina store, and they did confirm that they had it, and apparently that they were a test store, and they were the first one to get it. And then when I got there, I was talking to somebody else there, and they said that there were 2 other stores that they know of who had it, who were also in the LA area. So as I understand it, as it was explained to me by someone at the store, although I don't know if they worked at the store, it was weird, and that it's a test set up to see how it looks in stores, essentially. So, and it looks great. The 10K goes quick. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, driving through a valley and someone throws a softball off the side and takes out your windshield. Yeah, I've seen that happen. You two make a good-looking couple. Oh, thank you so much. I make the couple part. She makes the good-looking part. Any idea if Harbor Freight will be releasing U.S. General power strips in all the colors of the toolboxes? Yes, in fact, they just came out in blue, and as I understand, they're going to come out in the other colors. I don't know about white. I don't know if they're going to be doing all the other stuff in white, or if white's a one-off. We'll have to see. I think it depends on how well it sells. Rodney says hi, Bella Pound.
She's currently destroying her toy.
Don't put your tool brands all over your vehicles too.
Yep.
You know, here's the funny thing. So I'm teaching firearms. I used to teach. For those of you who don't know, I used to be, when I lived in California, I was a concealed carry, CCW. I taught concealed carry, and I taught defensive gun use, personal protection in the home kind of stuff. Don't put that kind of stuff in the back of your windows so people will break into your car and whatnot. And somebody said, well, I outsmarted them all. And he pulls out a DeWalt toolbox and he goes, this is what I use to haul my guns around in. I'm like, what do you think gets stolen even more often than guns? Tools. Because you can sell them anywhere. There's no, they don't have to worry about checking serial numbers because nobody really does that kind of thing. Oh my gosh. And he's not the only one. A lot of guys do it, and I don't get it. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. You know what I use for taking my guns to the range and stuff? I use a lawyer's briefcase, the kind they carry paperwork in. People see that and they go, paperwork, that's exciting. And they leave it alone.
It also has a lock on it.
And it has a lock on it. Have you heard about Quinn sockets and hand tools? Is this a trick question?
Are they setting us up for a joke?
You mean the Harbor Freight Quinn sockets? Yeah, then the Quinn socket. Yeah, I've heard of them. And Chevy Man, the reason I say that, I don't know if you were being serious or not, but the reason I say that is because most of what we do on this channel is cover Harbor Freight, and that's a Harbor Freight brand. Andrew, how's it going, man? Good to see you. What are the other 2 stores in SoCal? One is Silmar, and the other one is, I don't remember, but it's up near Silmar because I remember thinking that it was odd that they had this one in West Covina and the other 2 were way off on the other northwest side of town. Do they have black? They do. Black, I'm talking about the icon toolboxes, black, red, blue, and green. No orange, no yellow at this time. Wolfie says, hi, Labradorgo. Hi. Yeah. Happy hand.
Okay, then you go play with it over
When you say
there.
the California, that explains a lot. Yes, it does. Hollowed out books. Nirvana, man, how's it going? Long time no see. He says, hey, Beer family, sorry I haven't been on. I got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer that spread to my liver. I lost my job due to this, and now I can't pay for medication. I'm still loving your vids. Man, I'm really sorry about that. Stage 4 colon cancer, that's really rough, man. I hope that, that you're getting the medication and treatment you need and that you can pull through this. I know you're a strong dude, so I'm hoping you can. Anyway, we'll definitely keep you in our thoughts and in our prayers.
Absolutely.
The time to get Mrs. Bear some new glasses.
Yes. Someone else might need some glasses
I don't
as
know
well.
what you're talking about. What makes a good small gas engine? What or who Because for who I would say Harbor Freight, that 99, I mean, it depends on which one you're looking for, but they're the Predator engine one.
Just read Zaphil's comment. Carry your firearms in a small porta potty. They'll never be stolen. That's absolutely correct. I have to say that if I need to smuggle snacks or something into like a movie theater, I once upon a time would put them in like a diaper bag inside the diaper. No one's going looking in there.
Justin now asks, what Harbor Freight air compressor do you recommend for running die grinders or paint guns? I would say there's two levels here. If you're going to do every so often and this isn't like I'm going to be running it every day kind of thing, I would say the McGraw oilless 21 gallon, because you can get a lot of air in that tank, and it can run at a high pressure and really spin up the die grinders and stuff. As for serious kind of painting and stuff like that, you want to get something like the 30-gallon Harbor Freight central pneumatics one. It's the belt-driven one. I think it's 2-stage. Could be wrong. Honestly, I'd probably recommend the Cobalt 2-stage 40-gallon or 60-gallon. That thing is a beast. And we'll get, because the problem is with die grinders, man, they use so much air. Anything that spins like that uses a ton of air, and so do paint sprayers. They really do. If you're doing small jobs, you can get by with the other stuff, but yeah, I know you're a pro and you probably want to use it in your shop, and I'd probably go with a Cobalt, to be honest. Well, it says possession of stolen tools, 30 days and counting. Stolen gun, 1 year in state prison. Yep, at least. Douglas says, is Harbor Freight going to expand the Quinn line? Yep, they've got more Quinn tools coming out. I think you're going to see a Quinn option in everything. It's going to become the middle of the road. And from what I've been seeing is the way that Harbor Freight is setting this up is the cheap stuff is still going to be the cheap stuff. But the middle of the road stuff is going to be so good and priced so cheap when it's on sale on coupon that you're going to have to really, really be like, no, I need to save the money to go with the baseline stuff. Because the McGraw line is so much better and not much more than the Chicago pneumatic line. The Bauer tools are so much better and not much more than the Warrior stuff. It's across the board, that middle of the road line is just, I mean, the titanium stuff compared to the Chicago electric welding stuff, it's like everything about the cheap ones you don't like fixed for a small percentage more. So, yeah, I can see them really expanding the Quinn line. How long have you been doing this channel? 4 years total as of August. But the first year I only did like 3 videos, and the next year I did like 9 or 10. So really only 2 years really serious about it. What do you think the better jigsaw blade brands are? Most seem not to offer carbide teeth except if I'm cutting hardcore metal, I usually just default to Bosch. But the Diablo stuff, they make great blades as well. And I often pick up Diablo by default. Do you ever use the Hyper Tough tools at Walmart? I did use the drill driver last year. I'm going to be doing more testing with the Hyper Tough stuff in the coming months. Do you recommend the 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw from Harbor Freight or another brand? You know what? About that image, so he asked that. When I started this channel, the prime reason was my difference of opinion with some other people online regarding the Chicago Electric 12-inch sliding miter saw. And basically the rule of thumb on that is get it home, set it up, tune it just right, and lock it in and do some test cuts. If it cuts straight, you've got a good one. If it doesn't, box it up, take it back, get another one. At worst, you'll have to exchange it twice, but at the price, you're not going to come close to a better saw for the money. That was until they came out with the Admiral one. I recommend going and watching my video on Admiral versus Chicago Electric sliding miter saw. It is really hard right now, just like I was saying all the other stuff, not to step up to that Admiral because the Chicago Electric's down here in price, the Admiral's here, but the Chicago Electric doesn't come with a blade, doesn't come with real, slide out wings. It has these little metal pole things. Once you start adding in all the stuff that the Chicago Electric has, it's got a work light, it's got a real laser. At some point, it's just like, why not buy not the Chicago Electric, the Admiral. Why not buy the Admiral at that point?
Daughter of Ra, I listen to all kinds of music. She's asking if it's
I have never once heard you listen to a cappella.
like with the kids. Really?
Excuse me?
Bear Rug is talking.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that movie we've watched, that series of a cappella group on? With that one actress in it?
Really?
Yeah.
You're getting.
What is that?
You're really.
We watched that. That's about as close as we come to a cappella. I'm not a fan of a cappella. Maybe like some of the older kind of stuff, but I like barbershop bands and stuff like that. I'm answering.
He just really needs to be in there because it's really all about him.
It's always about me. Now we're doing this whole thing with the microphone pointing away from us. There we go. If you can hear us all now.
Nick says, "Who dared give you a dislike? Help me identify them so I can exterminate." No, I can read that word.
I don't know about
This
that.
looks like exterminate them.
Well, the good news is, YouTube doesn't care whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It promotes the channel just the same. So, jokes on them.
I just like to think to myself, maybe somebody just got a little crazy and hit the wrong button.
Maybe they're afraid of bears.
Maybe they were afraid of your beauty. It scared them.
My beard, my glorious beard.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know Diablo made Jigsaw. They make Jigsaw. They make Resaw or Recip. They make all sorts of stuff, man.
PSA for people on Windows 10 computers: don't hit Control, Alternate, and Arrow key.
Good news.
Dead bear talking. And that wasn't Daughter of Ra.
Look up voice play on YouTube. I'll check that out. Do you know Pittsburgh
Good
Pro
night.
will come out? Go ahead.
Good night, Echo.
I didn't mean to interrupt the beginning of your sentence, the middle of mine.
That was rude.
Do you know if Pittsburgh Pro will come out with a flexible socket wrench with the grooves to hold it in one place? I don't know, but I would love to see that. They're talking. Have you heard anything about the Harbor Freight Track Saw? I have gone back and forth with them. I cannot imagine that they're not going to have a track saw, but I've not heard anything about when one's coming out.
Aka, excuse me. That was great. That's right.
I sort of new to your channel. Does Mama Bear help test some tools as well?
Yep, I pick them up. I move them places.
That she
Sometimes
doesn't
I
tell
use
me
them.
about him?
Whatever. That's part of the test. Where did I put him now? No, sometimes I do stuff. Like I helped put Steve up on the wall.
You did.
And sometimes there's things that, like just angle-wise, you can't do.
And there's sometimes I need a second pair of hands in the shop. Yep. Not a lot, but this fall she's going to be helping me a lot more, isn't she?
Oh, wow! Did you hear that? This fall I'm going to be doing lots of stuff. Stay tuned. Even I don't know.
You don't even know.
I don't.
I'm going to make that rug already. Bring it on.
Aka, awesome.
Remember, I require at least a level 1 Class A fireplace to be. If I'm going to make a rug out of me, I need to have a quality fireplace to be in front of. I got standards.
And one day
Standards.
he'll live up to them.
I saw the 32 good model with frame mounted safety, good design. Caliber's too small. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 32s. I know people are trying to make 32 happen again. I'm just happy with my 380s.
Ooh, I tested the Bauer vac. That's right, I did.
Yeah, she did actually. Can't believe you didn't recommend the 21-gallon Fortress for the die grinding. I haven't used it, so it's hard for me to. I haven't used it, and since it's oilless, if you're not going to use it all the time, it's hard to recommend. Having not used it, it's hard to recommend that over the McGraw, and to be honest, at the price point the Fortress is at right now, that Cobalt is just awfully tempting. So I'd like to. I got to get one of the 21 gallons or the 27 gallon in the shop and test it. But until I really do, it's too close in specs to too much other stuff, and it's too expensive to justify recommending it.
We're going to make a Shut Up Moto shirt. Yes.
Yes.
I'm working on it. I already have it in my mind. It'll say Shut Up Moto in the front, and on the back it'll say Den of Tools.
No, she says no fireplace. Getting stored in the closet. A, you're in Michigan. You have to have a fireplace. It's like a law or something. B, there's no closet that can hold all this. So.
Yeah. It's called the garage.
It's called the garage. That's why I keep him in there. Like, go work on
the
something.
shed out back. Nick Hoffman, one of the cowards that dislike you, changed it to a like out of fear of the Emperor's Holy Inquisition.
That's right.
The holy fire shall purge the chaos that is in their soul. But that will not save him from the cyclonic torpedoes.
Dr. Ross says they literally have no fireplace.
That's just wrong.
I need.
Gotta get a wood burning fireplace. I love wood burning fireplaces. You know me, I'm meticulous.
You like the idea of it?
No, I like to fiddle with stuff, and the wood burning fireplace, you got to get it tuned just right.
You know what that sounds like to me?
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
Lighting the house on fire.
Well, you see, I was just
Light
moving
you on
this
fire.
one piece, and then it exploded and popped out of the fireplace and burned it all down.
You burn your stuff down.
Yep.
Yeah, that just conveniently was piled in front of it. By the way, I do believe they named the deer head of Montana after me. Yes, we did, as a matter of fact. Dog just made a cameo. Is Mama Bear getting a bear suit?
We've talked about it. We'll see.
Echo says, I'm on the hunt for a Desert Eagle. Have you ever shot a Desert Eagle? I've shot a Desert Eagle. I was not impressed.
However, shoot it.
The IWI Baby Eagle is a 9mm is a fabulous gun. The Jericho is the same thing, I think, and it's just amazing. The lab will bury next to the.
So, Dada Ross said, and this is why there's no fire. I think she was saying that she was concerned about the same thing happening at her house, burning it down.
And this is why no fire. Have you ever been to Black Bear Cafe and Restaurant? I mean,
Yep.
Power Bear? Yeah, we've been to
been
Black Bears. They're decent. They've popped up, man. They've been doing really well. I guess they're kind of like what Denny's used to be before Denny's food got all kind of cheap and crappy.
Echo, yes, definitely go shoot one before you commit to buying one.
The Inquisition is pretty sure you're a Lehman Russ. Not even close, man. Space Wolves all the way. The deer head in Montana is named DeBear. No, the deer head in Montana is named Steve.
Yes. And I put him up.
Echo says, I want to shoot one before I commit $1,500 for one.
I know.
Come out to Vegas. We'll take you down to Battlefield Vegas. We'll shoot all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
We got to go. I promised Justin, he comes out, we're going to go down there. We're going to shoot the minigun.
You should take a video. Oh, you want me to play with you? Let go. Drop it. Drop it. This is disgusting.
That is nasty. Throw it over there.
Get it.
Joe Smith has a deagle.
Did you say a deagle?
Desert Eagle.
I know. I'm just didn't know if you were coining your own term there.
He said it. I try not to say it. They use that term in the video games a lot. And always My son's always running around. I want a deagle this. I'm like, yeah. If you ever gotten slide bite from a deagle, you wouldn't want one.
Oh, Andy, first grade tomorrow. He says,
Woohoo!
my little rodent to bed already. Yes, he is. It's first grade tomorrow. Awesome. First
That's
grade
awesome.
is awesome.
Let's see here. Ronald says we have a store here called Big Lots, and they sell artificial fireplaces with hearts. They look fantastic and put about 5,000 BTU.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan of those. We have a Big Lots here, and I wanted to get one of those for the longest time. First of all, they're infrared heaters, so they put out great heat, and they add a nice little mantle area to put up pictures and stuff. I think they just warm up any kind of room. In fact, we've been looking at camping trailers. And that's one thing we go back and forth on. Is I like the ones that have a fireplace in it. She doesn't like them.
Yeah, not a fan.
Because she's cold down to her soul.
Whoa. Getting dark, getting deep.
Plus fireplace and insurance makes the rates go up. What about the SIG 365? I held the SIG 365. As a carry gun, it's not bad. It's hard not to go with the 365 because it's so many rounds in a gun that size. But I'm a big fan of the cars, and it's a few rounds less, but it's so slim. It's slimmer than a 1911. And when it comes to comfort and carrying, you're going to carry the gun that you can carry all the time. That's the easiest to carry. And the car is slim, but I got huge hands. But it's so long that it's easy for me to get a firm, solid, engagement on. And get high and tight on it. Easy for my big paws to rack, and I love and I shoot them so well. She even likes shooting them. Not the little tiny one though.
No, I hate that one.
Desert Eagle has the worst trigger.
Echo says I've never been on a plane. You're young, so that's
yeah,
okay to say.
You got time, and there's lots of cheap flights out there. If you get a chance, look into it. Like, if you're in an area, like we're in Vegas, and we can get flights round trip for $100, go away for the weekend sometime.
Yeah.
Go on hotels.com or come out to Vegas. So just so you know, I was looking at, it was the Girl Cubs' birthday this week, and we're thinking about getting a hotel room for tonight and try live streaming from there. And the idea was to get there, try to do an early check-in, spend the day at the pool, then go out and do a bunch of strip stuff. Kid-friendly kind of stuff on the strip for the kids. And there's actually quite a bit of it if you know where to look and stuff. And, but then we'd have to get up early in the morning and check out and get the kids to school and stuff. And it just seemed like too much of a hassle. So we just went out and did a day of it. But I was looking at stuff, and they had rooms from $30-some. Yeah. So if you can do like a Sunday, I don't know what your schedule's like, but if you've got off weekends, like you say you work the weekends and you're off Tuesday, Wednesday, or if you can do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the weekday prices, Sunday night through Thursday night, you can get stupidly cheap hotel rooms. I used to get a room at the Luxor that was the Cleopatra suite. So it had a full luxury suite with a separate king-size bedroom with a wet bar and whole 9 yards in view of the strip and everything for $80-$90 a night. And that's a deluxe suite. We saw stuff down middle of the strip for $35.
Yeah. Ryan Nirvana said that if he makes it to March, and if he came out to Vegas, would we meet up with him?
Of course, man.
Absolutely. Anytime somebody's coming to visit, shoot us an email. We have busy lives and we have stuff going on, but if we can, absolutely, we would love it.
We always love meeting up with people.
I have to go and upstairs.
Get my soda?
No. The Cubs, they have to go night-nights.
Oh, okay.
Escuelas tomorrow. So I'm going to go put them to bed. Why do I put them to bed? And I might bring soda back. And I will be right back. Just continue carrying on about guns.
Justin now asks, what tool have you most wanted to try from Matco Tools? That's an easy answer. I want to try a standard 1/2 inch socket because I get a lot of people always saying, well, I will only use the socket from so and so. I use the socket from so and so, and I get it that everything I've seen. There's been some I've seen that are bad, but most of them are average to good quality, and the feel on it, the finish on it is just fine. But I've not seen anything that makes that tool truck price reasonable as to why I would go that route. That $80 to $150 kind of, for a standard 1/2 inch socket wrench. And so I want to get one from Snap-on, and I want to get one from Matco and compare it against some other stuff. Thank you, my love. You're so sweet. Hold on. Gotta get some refreshments here. Steve says, sounds like I need to join you at the range. Well, we can go out and shoot in the desert anytime we want here. I remember when I first was coming to Vegas, or coming to Nevada, this is before we moved here, and I stopped at a office for the BLM, and I said, hey, I want to go shooting. In California, it's very regulated as to where you can shoot. And I asked the BLM manager here where I can go shooting on BLM land. He's like, dude, it's the desert. Just go out, get away from the highway, make sure everything's clear, use a mountain as a backstop or something, you'll be fine. Literally said that. Use a mountain as a backstop, you'll be fine. And that's literally what people do. And the other thing is, though, I like to do, I'm more of a pistol shooter. I've got some long-range rifles and some ARs and stuff, but I'm more, and shotguns. I like, my favorite shooting is defensive combat shooting, drawing from a holster, multiple targets kind of stuff. And then clay sports. I like shooting trap and skeet. And there's a great trap and skeet range on the north side of Vegas. And it's public, and it's like a state park. And it's beautiful out there. You can see all sorts of, lizards and birds, and I think I saw a roadrunner or something. But it's just a great place up there. And then for the fun stuff, we go down to Battlefield Vegas and shoot all the full auto stuff. This program lets me use hieroglyphics. Do you think Harbor Freight will remove a socket ratchet line for the addition of the icon line? No. That's their whole... Well, actually, okay, you might be right. But I do know in some other ones they're doing 4 deep. They're not just doing good, better, best. But I could see Pittsburgh Pro going away and getting absorbed in the same realm that you see the Quinn stuff. Because really, do you need more than 4 tiers? But, they kind of do. Maybe Pittsburgh will become the ultra cheap stuff. The Pittsburgh Pro will be the good stuff. Quinn will be the better, and then Icon will be the best. Walt says 40 Smith & Wesson equals 9mm capacity with 45 AC power. Walt and Jennifer, I'm really sorry to tell you that 40 is for people who can't make decisions. I tease you, but there's a reason why every police department in the U.S. as well as the feds have dropped 40, and why you can pick up a 40 caliber handgun dirt cheap these days, used, because they're all once all the cops started getting rid of them, then all the people who were, who like, I always buy what the police carry, then they got rid of them also. And the reason this has come up is because innovations in powder chemical designs have now given the 9mm the ability to hit in the same kind of power range and stuff that the 40 can. The 9mm has just become just white lightning. It's ridiculous at how fast that round moves out of a gun that size. And if you put it into a rifle, what do you call it? A full length rifle. Anyway, if you, I'm just drawing a blank on what you call a short rifle. There's a word for it, and I can't think of it. It's the Ruger. Anyway, carbine. So anyway, out of a barrel like that, it's smoking fast and hits with a ton of power. So and I like 45 ACP because it moves slow. Subsonic 45 ACP is a great self-defense round in a full metal jacket because you get a good blossom on it coming out of the barrel, and it basically hits the person. You get decent penetration. If it goes through, though, it's not going to go that much further. It really isn't. It really gives up its power real quick. Do you think Harbor Freight will ever move us? Okay, we talked about that. Are banjos better than guitars? Only if they're dueling. I don't know. I like some of the old school bluegrass and country stuff, but probably more of a guitar person. Again, things burning. Daniel says, Bear, I scored 3 Series 1 U.S. General 18 drawer tool chest last week at the parking lot sale. Made a deal with the manager for $125 a piece. Sweet cracker sandwiches. That's a good deal, man. Good for you. Grant says electric fireplace is great for the money. Home Depot has a nice selection. I'm going to buy the insert and make a custom stone fireplace entertainment center. That would be cool. I'd like to see that. Dada Ross says, I've never been on a plane. Well, Vegas is calling. The Kevo Guns 1911s are made about an hour from my house at Penn United. Oh, that's cool, man. Rock Island 1911s. The headquarters of Rock Island's over in Pahrump, about an hour from here. Granted, the guns are made in the Philippines, but their U.S. headquarters are nearby. Man, I wonder if they'll give me a job. I'd love to get a job repping Rock Island. They make some great stuff. Let's see here. Echo says, I'm off tonight as well. Oh. So yeah, I thought you were saying you're going to bed or something. Let's hear. Menorca says, 11 p.m. here. Gotta go get some shut-eye. Good night. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you again. We were wondering what had happened to you. Oh, you are taking off. Good night, Echo. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, Echo. Still trying to work out how we're going to do the cookie thing.
What do you think are Master Force toolboxes from Menards? I haven't seen them in a long time as there's no Menards out west. I've seen stuff online. It reminds me a lot of Homac. But maybe not quite the same level.
We shout out our mods.
Oh, we do,
yes,
don't
Rodney.
we? Yes. So, it's 8 o'clock.
Yep.
I want to say thank you very much to all of our mods. Thank you for taking the time to be part of the channel and for all the work you do. That's everyone with their name is in blue and they have a wrench next to them.
Echo, Rodney, Daughter of Ra,
Menorca.
Steven, Menorca,
And
Joe
a
Smith.
great way to saying thank you for the work they do here is just going and checking out their channel, watching a video, give them a thumbs up. If you like what you see there, maybe consider subscribing and ringing the bell. And if you're also a creator, feel free to post a link to your channel down here, as long as it's family friendly or close to thereof. Let's see here. I'd rather go to war with a grease gun than any other gun made today because I don't want a vehicle with crappy ball joints.
Nice.
I thought he was saying actually like the old World War II grease guns.
And don't forget, you can always send us postcards and we'll send you one back.
Artificial fire. This is sorcery. Meep. Oh, the Roadrunner comment. I love Roadrunners, man. Ever since I was a kid, my parents divorced when I was like 5. My dad's whole side of the family moved from Iowa in one fell swoop to Arizona. And so I used to spend my summers out in Arizona. And I remember seeing a real Roadrunner for the first time. And my first thought was, they're awfully small.
I saw one recently last week.
Compared to like the ones you see in the cartoons. I thought they'd be like ostrich sized.
No, that would be horrifying.
I was like 5
that would
or
be
6.
horrifying. Hey there, almost
what's up,
birthday
sweetie?
girl. It's time for someone to take a
why I
shower.
said, no, he's already taking a shower. He said that I should go to bed. So goodbye, everyone.
Smells.
Oh,
I have
you're
been.
gonna
I have
poke her.
been.
You're gonna poke her.
I have been.
This is her. I don't know if you'd say happy birthday. Tried to get her to wear the crown today,
Stop hitting yourself. Don't hit yourself. It's your birthday. Don't hit
but that
yourself.
just means tomorrow, when it's your
Mwah.
birthday, I'm gonna have to get you up extra early to take a shower before.
Oh no! Oh no!
What's the matter?
Oh, no!
What's the matter?
No!
You don't have any ribs over here.
Oh,
Jesus.
Ah, no!
Are you gonna get my riblets?
No! Wait! I have a question.
What's that?
Does that mean tomorrow I have to get birthday kids?
You can give them today.
No, I'll get them tomorrow.
Say goodnight.
Okay. I love you.
10 years ago, it was a much better. Oh, you're trying to get my riblets.
Ah.
Whoa! Don't be as fast. I love you.
Our father.
I'm trying to get your riblets.
Hey! None of that. No.
I love you. Good
Go on.
night.
Hey, Elle. Can I
Everything
tell you
good.
something?
Yeah.
Bedtime. Go on.
Love
No.
you.
Go on.
Love you. Nope. Love
Go
you.
on. Elle.
Nope. No riblets.
Elle. It's bedtime. Go on.
Go on.
Elle. That's too much.
10 years ago, it was a whole different situation.
Now we're rethinking it. Pittsburgh will be the door prize.
Yeah.
You okay?
No,
Did she get you?
She jumped on you.
No, she didn't jump on me. I was holding her, and then she fainted in my
Oh.
arms.
Oh.
I forget she's like solid.
She's very
Yes, she
solid.
is.
Good night, princess. You're not offended. You're beautiful.
Zephyr
Fine.
Carbine. Yes, that was the word I was searching for. What did little clay discs do to you?
Yoda, only 5 subs away from 400.
Yoda!
Come on, everybody go
Woo!
check out his channel.
Everyone go
and
check out Yoda's
subscribe.
channel, man.
Did he just call you a hoe bear?
How would you know?
I don't know. It says howdy, hoe bear.
What did the little clay discs do to you? It's not what they did to me. They're just such good eating.
It's,
Uh.
it's that they're giving you that
I should
clay
do
disc
it.
look.
I should do it like sauteed, clay disc.
Mhm.
9mm is just media hype. Every improvement for 9mm is also applicable to 40 Smith & Wesson. Yeah, but at this point, just go to 45 or whatever.
Zachville says he unsubscribed and then subscribed again. It didn't help. No. Call a friend. Phone a friend. Have them subscribe.
He says, my favorite is 45 ACP. I'm a big fan of 45 ACP, to be honest. Especially, as I said, for personal defense. It's carbide update. The fire turned green and looks like a dragon now.
Oh.
I want some of what he's drinking.
Andre asked if we have a Discord server.
Oh wait, Discord server?
No, we don't have a Discord server.
You should. I'll set it up.
Oh.
Pay me $5 and I'll set it up. Okay. And then I'll nitro boost it.
Nitro,
Yeah.
I'm so excited
What free
about that.
items have you been getting? They have reduced options. I have 3 tarps ready for use.
Yeah,
Timo,
I don't know.
I'm going to say with those tarps, I love them, but I often find that when I need them, they're at home. So I would say put them in your car. We have in the back of the truck, the seats lift up and there's sort of like a little cubby there. And so I had an emergency swimsuit there and tarps. And that's what I would recommend is definitely make sure that they're great, but if you need them on the road or something, just make sure they're where you need them.
You know what's funny about the tarp thing is for the longest time, I would always just grab one of the free tarps. This is back when they would do the free item and you didn't even have to do a purchase. And there was one on my way home from work, and I would stop like every other day and get a free tarp to the point where I had like 40 tarps or something like that. But it's the same thing with me with the napkins I keep in my car. Every time I go through a drive-thru or something, I'll grab extra napkins and I'll store them in the car. And then there'll be some major spill that happens that uses all my napkins at once. And the same thing kind of happens with my tarps. There'll be something that happens one week. There'll be 2 things I need a tarp for, and a friend needs a tarp, and you'll give a tarp to somebody, and
like
the
Oprah.
dog
You
uses
get
a tarp. Yeah, and
You
like
get a tarp.
Oprah. Next thing I know, I have no tarps.
Yep. So
I'm always collecting tarps.
Yeah.
I never seem to have too many. The Great Hangout Justin says, thank you, man. And guys, check out Justin's channel. He's been really killing it with some great videos lately. Justin, you know what? You're not too far. You should run down to that West Covina store and do your own video on that Icon toolbox, because I'd love for everyone to be able to get the take from a professional, was the mechanic. He's a kind of a core. What's the term for it?
Professional?
Is it hardline, heavy line, hardline mechanic? He does all the big, heavy kind of jobs and stuff. And so I'd like to see, his take on that tool chest. It's funny though. I get a lot of people commenting like, "Well, it's not 30 inches, so I wouldn't buy it." This is for amateurs. Snap-on makes the real tool chest. The comparable tool chest from Snap-on is 24 inches. The comparable tool chest from Matco, I think, is like 26 inches, or sorry, not 24. 26 inches in. We're talking front to back, and now Snap-on does make a more expensive one, where that 56-inch toolbox is like 10 grand or 11 grand, I think, and that one is 30 inches. But if you want to pay 11 grand for a basic toolbox, you go right ahead and do it.
Or if you want to pay less, then send us the other several grand.
Do it. How about this? Buy the Harbor Freight. You can pay half price on it. I'll just send me $5,500, and I'll get you whatever color you want.
Yep.
I'll even deliver it for free.
We're behind.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Update the dragon sounds like Benedict.
What are you talking about? What dragon?
I think he's talking about from the fire thing.
Oh.
Do you know of any toolboxes that are under 26 inches wide, something like the 22-inch Waterloo that's no longer made?
Chevy Man says they were made by GM.
22 inches wide, you mean left to right? The
Not
U.S.
that.
General has a 22-inch, doesn't it? Or is it 24-inch?
I don't know.
I think I just heard the bear lose 2 years' life in one sigh. Admiral failed me when I needed it, so 45 ACP or 45 Long Colt. 45 Long Colt's a great round.
Bunny McIntyre, don't worry about it. Bunny says, "Baby girl, happy birthday, baby girl cub." Thank
We'll pass
you.
it along to her.
Yep.
Todd Jones says he's taking it or cut it out tonight. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good one.
Nick Hoffman, Updated Dragon, killed a Titan. Maybe killing artificial fire with holy fire was not a good idea.
Oops.
I'd say Justin is heavy line. Justin says, if it's available, I'm grabbing the magnetic tool tray, but usually I use the 20%.
Cool.
The magnetic tool tray is a huge. I have them all over the shop. I use them all the time.
Justin says, just talk to the wife about that. I might try to shoot out there next weekend. Awesome.
Sweet. That'd
Does
be
he
awesome.
mean here?
I think so.
Oh.
Or
I was wondering if
maybe
he
he's
meant
West
the
Covina.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You say it so weird. Isn't it West Covina?
What did I say?
Covina?
I kind of
You're
bit my
like
tongue when I said
Slovakian
it.
or something. I don't know what you're doing. You're from Eastern Russia pronouncing that.
Hardcore.
So Justin Dow, wherever you're going to go shoot next weekend, that sounds awesome. If it's here, let us know. We would love to
He
meet
says,
up.
hey, Barry, it's the Covina location. Yes, it is. I get the plastic tarps that cover lumber bundles from HE Lowe's 24/16 for free. I trade the lumber for a dozen eggs.
Huh, that's cool.
Um,
I'm all about bartering.
Justin says 26 wide, 22 deep. Well, there you go.
Without the handles, maybe 24.
Wow, Yoda says he used to have a revolver that was a 38 short Colt. Wow. What did the one you had, it was a 32 short, I think, wasn't it? It was weird.
It was some weird.
Not sure. I'd have to snap a tape measure on it. I use, let's see here.
He was saying West Covina, but not
Yes.
to worry, Vegas trip's going to happen soon. Okay, well, cool. I'm excited to see the video of West Covina. I wouldn't mind doing a Halloween Vegas trip. What are your thoughts on trick-or-treating it? Well,
The strip is really interesting.
Oh my
at
gosh.
Vegas, in Vegas. And trick-or-treating in our neighborhood is great. But I'm guessing you mean trick-or-treating on the strip. There are all kinds of things happening. And Vegas is always fun for whatever holiday.
You know where else is really good for Halloween?
What?
Reno.
Oh, yeah.
Because the downtown area of Reno is so small and condensed. I wonder what we haven't seen what Fremont Street's like. Maybe I'll go down to Fremont Street and hang out this
really
Halloween.
super love people watching, and Vegas is a great town for that. There's always a train wreck happening. People are making bad decisions.
Oh, we saw some today.
Like the 80s with like the neon knit everything.
The Captain Sailor outfit.
Well, yeah, there was that. But it's like they'll wear a bikini and then they'll wear a cover-up, but the cover-up is more horrendous than if they were just walking around in the bikini.
And transparent.
Yep.
And the butt cheeks hanging out the back.
Okay, we're family friendly, so we're going to stop here. But Vegas is full of all kinds of things to see. No matter...
I've thought about doing a channel just called, You Wore What?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go upstairs. I need to check on the Cubs.
I had a Star World War I officer's gun that was 9mm 38. It was pretty interesting gun. What? Wow. All right. All right, let's see. What time is it? It's 8:22. I don't think we're going to be able to do 4 hours tonight. It being, we're having some issues with the Cubs. The problem is when they get tired, is when they get this kind of like, it's like almost like a second wind, but it's kind of fake. It's almost like punch drunk kind of thing. And here's one right now, acting about as punch drunk as they can. Why are you not in bed?
I'm getting water and then I'm taking a shower.
Come on.
I know. I'm getting fun.
Jeez. I one combo. I am no longer in a rush to come to Vegas. And in one combo. Yeah, there are places to go in Vegas and places not to go. And it's so funny just what some people think is appropriate to wear to certain places. It's ridiculous. Yeah, bad idea workbench. You wore what? This must happen. I was just thinking I could just sit down on a street corner in Vegas and on the strip with a camera running. And I figure 3 or 4 hours, I'll get months worth of content. What I should do is do it like on a Friday night, a UFC fight night, any of the big event nights, man, any of the holidays. Oh, we got Labor Day coming up. I can go down and do it for Labor Day. I should do that. The Friday night, we should do it. We have to get a babysitter for the Friday night weekend on Labor Day. And the wife and I will go down to Fremont Street, and I'll bring a camera, and we'll get some pics. It'll be so scary. The Blood Ravens took the dragon. Yep, I need to have some what he's drinking. Walt says the best place to watch Fremont Street Experience, 4th floor of Queens. You're just below the lights and can look down on the crowd. That sounds like a cool idea. Yoda says, I just got up from a nap. Justice says, mine don't like staying asleep much either. At least they will try and lay down. That's the thing is, once ours lay down and relax, out cold. Just like they've got poleaxed. Just thump. Trying to get them there is the hard part. And when they were little, they were so good. All 3 of my kids. I'm like, do you need me? He didn't want me to come in and sing my song and stuff. But he was all about it. He was so good about it. Somewhere we went wrong. Will you ever do a review of the Bauer circular saw? Yes. Yes, I will do a review of it. I'm going to do a comparison between the Bauer circular saw and the Hercules recip saw. Probably going to wait until next month, either just before or right after the Hercules recip comes out. I will use it as a follow-up for the first look review I did of the Hercules reset. Are they being problems over there?
They're working things out.
Yeah. I was just telling them that I think we might have to cut a little bit early if they're going to keep being an issue because we got to get them in settled down because otherwise they'll be worthless tomorrow. And Duncan has Cap and
Griffin has work.
And it's Elle's birthday and stuff.
Yep.
So
yours loves midnight snacks. Yes, mine are always hungry and thirsty, and they have a headache, and someone's talking to them or breathing too close to them at bedtime. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we're at 2.5 hours, and it's been a long weekend for us. So I think we probably are going to call it early tonight. If you got any last-minute questions you want to sneak in, let me know right now.
Yep, absolutely. And you can always email us.
At red@denotools.com.
Yep.
So Jennifer says, hey, y'all got to run. Got to start up some mesquite charcoals for late-night burgers. Oh, I'm coming over to your house. Mesquite grilled burgers? That sounds awesome. Shoot safe, and as the bear says, shine on. Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Have a great night, Dara. Thank you so much. You all have a great night. Thanks again for joining us. And was it hey here on 20-volt Hercules circular tool? Oh, Andy Prairie Dog, how's it going?
Hey, I think he's saying he has a question on the 20-volt.
What's the question?
Oh, sorry about that.
Then great show again tonight. Have a great bear weekend.
Says, why is the Herc 20-volt circular tool not in some stores?
It's not in any stores yet. They gave it to me too early, and there was some confusion as to when it was going to get released. And so I think it's going to be mid-September. Anyway, thanks again, everyone.
All of you.
Always good. So unless you hear otherwise, we are going to start shooting for Sundays. We're going to try and do 3 hours rather than 4 hours, starting at 6 as usual. Anyway, you all take care. Thanks again. Thanks, Joe. We'll tell her. And you all have a great week. Stay tuned for the update videos on the icons, and we're going to do the reviews on the Bauer stuff. But until then, take care. God bless. And as always, shine on. We kind of synchronized there.
We did. That was like the first time ever
I know.
in the history of time.
And you didn't even try to hit me when you did it.
That'll be later.